ladies and gentlemen, to Lakeside. We are right now in the start of the fourth quarter of the non-grade boys game between Lakeside and Sheridan. Lakeside is up 31-26. We're here, we're set up, so we're going to go ahead and shoot you a little bit of ninth grade boys basketball tonight. Joined by Charlie Kinzer, Coach K. Coach, we ready to do this?
Absolutely. I didn't know we were doing ninth grade, so we're going to call Lakeside about numbers tonight. I can call them by name, not on purpose, just don't have their roster. We know our ninth grade boys, so we're going to talk about them by name. To kind of get you caught up in this game, we had a fantastic first quarter. Had a real cold second quarter. Scored a couple right before halftime, took the lead. And then the third quarter, the lead is switched. Lakeside up 31-26. 6-minute quarters in ninth grade basketball, so it's a little shorter than what we have in high school games. Here we go. That's Fred Lawson with the ball. He's going to give it over to Lawson Hammond. Cohen Scott down the baseline, back around. Ball finds his way out of bounds. Turnover by the Yellowjackets. Rams.
Stop. Can you hear it?
Check.
So I guess we're having a little bit of technical difficulties again, trying to figure it out.
Here we go. We're going to talk like it's working. Hopefully it is. Foul call on the Yellowjackets, so it's going to be free throws for the Rams here in the Lakeside Hot Springs area, Lakeside Ram Arena. They've done some upgrades here over the last couple of years. They did not bring seat backs to the away side. Still 31-26, 5:23 left to play in the final quarter. Jack Thomas, Eli Anderson, Lawson Hammond, Fred Lawson, Cohen Scott on the floor. Rams continue this stretched out 1-2-2 zone press. Looking for open. Yellowjacket finds Anderson back to Lawson in the corner. It's not where you want to be. Foul call on the Rams. I'm going to keep talking. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or if it sounds good. I'm going to keep trying. That way we can keep testing out different things here on the soundboard. Ball in the hands of Cohen Scott. Back across on a wild pass. As we move it around the top of the key. Rams logo stretches all the way to the three-point line, as you can probably see. Guess we'll also get you in a different position tonight than usual. Not in midcourt, here at a baseline. Turnover's going to turn into a lay missed. Rebound, Cohen Scott. He's got a number of guys behind him. Might have called a foul there, but they didn't. Hammond back to Cohen Scott. He had the hot hand in the first half, misses that one short. Rebound comes off to the Lakeside Rams. As has been most of the night, quick transition by the Rams, baseline drive, foul called. We're going to keep chattering, trying to test a couple things as we go along. Hopefully you're starting to hear us correctly. Rams number 1 at the free throw line. First free throw is a make. It's going to stretch the lead to 33-26. Timeout called in the middle of the free throw set there as the bench pops up to give some high fives and some handshakes. Full timeout called as the starters take a seat, get a drink, and listen to some guidance as we get ready here. Also, as you can probably hear, the band is right behind us this evening. With the band being in our ear, we're going to do our best to make sure you can hear us. We did petition for the drum line to slide over to the other side of the riser, thank goodness.
back. Can't hear us? Really?
That's just going to push them up.
So when that band plays, it is wretched. And I don't know if y'all remember from last year. At least this year, they are not right directly behind us. So maybe our mics won't pick them up totally. We'll try to keep it turned up a little bit and speak a little louder. And
Are there any gate features, G-A-T-E, gate? If there's any gate, you turn the gate up. Not gain, but gate. And that'll keep outside noise out. I don't know if it has that feature on that soundboard or not. Coming back into play, free throw made for number 1, 34-26, 4:17 left to play. Fred Hammond handling the ball, runs into the 2 Ram trap. Skip pass, Cohen Scott to the right wing. Retreat dribble finds Anderton in the corner for the 3 ball. Nothing but net. We're going to have to pick up the pressure here for these last couple minutes if we're going to have a chance to get back in this game down 5, under 4 minutes to play. Skip pass finds its way into the second row for the Rams. Pressure turns into a turnover. Turnover turns into the ball going back to the Sheridan Yellowjackets. 3:53 left to play. Sorry for the late start. Playing a 9th grade girls game, a 9th grade boys game tonight instead of playing JV has pushed us back a little bit later than our usual 6 o'clock start time. We will be on air for both games beginning to end, no matter how long it takes. Glad you guys are with us. Cohen Scott misses a 3 in the corner. Rebound comes down to the Rams. They're going to start to take the air out of the ball a little bit, up 5 with about 3.5 minutes left to play. Post entry pass to number 32 turns into a post bucket. 36-29. Fred Lawson handles the ball. He's been on the point all night long for the 9th grade Yellowjackets. Finds Lawson Hammond out top. Lawson plays kind of a stretch, post guard kind of look, point forward kind of look. Jack Thomas, number 4, he's kind of the post guy down low, does the dirty work, blocks out the big guy, gets lots of rebounds, putbacks.
kick ball by Lakeside there. You go back to Lawson Hammond, he's an athletic, like you said, just a stretch. He can play several positions, right?
Absolutely. Steal by the Rams. Rams are going to turn that transition into a bucket. Makes it a 9-point lead. 9-point lead for the Rams. Again, still this 1-2-2 stretch pressure. Kind of bait into those soft passes. Soft passes have been turning into those turnovers. We're going to call it travel, we hope.
Travel or double dribble or
Yep.
all the above.
Yes, yes.
A little bit of all of it.
Again, while we're here in this pause, I want to mention we are in a different vantage point tonight. This is what we get. We're glad to be here and can't wait to bring the game to you. It's just going to look a little bit different. We'll play the first half in both games at the close goal, and then we'll have to play the second half at the far goal. Another steal, another breakaway, layup is a bucket. Rams are now 40-29. Still in that 1-2-2 big stretch press. Hammond's going to have to find a way to get across the midcourt line. He does to Cohen Scott. Cohen Scott finds Lawson Hammond at the top. The idea here is to look diagonal. Diagonal passes work best against this zone. Most of you probably tuned in thinking we were going to be broadcasting the girls' game here tonight. We are. It's just getting started a little bit later than we expected. Give us about, 1.5 more minutes of this clock and then warm-up time, and we'll have a girls' game for you, followed by the boys' game afterwards. So 2 more games, Yellowjackets tonight, coming your way. Ball's turned over again. Finds its way into the hands of number 13 for the Rams. 1:37 left to play. They're going to, as suggested, kind of pull the ball out, take the air out of the ball, move it around the perimeter as much as they can. With no shot clock in junior high, they don't need to hurry, but it does turn into a turnover. Turnover stolen by Cohen Scott. Rebounded and bucket by Anderton. Here in the timeout break, 40-31, under a minute left to play. Getting ready for varsity Lady Jackets ball. They are waiting patiently in the tunnel, ready to go as soon as the final horn blows here. We're going to have a little bit of a struggle tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The band, when they're playing, you may not be able to hear us. We'll make sure that all the important stuff we say happens when they're not playing. I guess that's kind of presumptive of me to believe that things we say are important, but
right. Yeah, we'll try to speak up a little bit while the band plays, and luckily they won't play much during the game. So during the play-by-play and during the action, it won't be much of an issue. But boy, when they fire up during timeouts,
yep.
It is
If you're listening, if you have some guidance, if we need to turn something up or down, don't hesitate to let us know. We want it to be the best show it can be.
Text Charlie or myself or Braden, and we'll try to get it fixed and figure it out and go from there.
We're going to start the foul parade here with 45 seconds left to play. 40-31. Lakeside has taken the lead, mainly in the fourth quarter due to a handful of turnovers, turning into layups on the other end. A couple big post plays by Lakeside.
They've turned up the pressure in the second half. They extended that 1-2-2 out, and they really turned the pressure up in the second half. So.
We fouled here twice in a row to get the clock stopped. They find the breakaway, and he didn't even take the layup. He's going to go ahead and take that bump for another foul. We've got the scoreboard on the other end, so we're going to have to keep some of our own stats tonight to be able to keep up with when we're in the bonus and those type things. So bear with us there. Free throws for the Rams. Clock has stopped. First one goes down, changes the lead to 41-31.
Also, for those wondering, the ninth grade girls ended up losing earlier, right? So I don't remember the score, but so we're trying to. We really like for the ninth graders on this night against Lakeside come in and set the tone, and we hope they have not set the tone.
I know on the boys' side that this team is kind of polished and put together. There's several of these guys that play together from the Rams on their summer team together. This would have been a big win tonight. We've had several of those. Don't misunderstand me this year, but this would have been one for the ages. Loud bucket there by Fred Lawson. Three-pointer in transition.
So we got a timeout call, so get ready for some great music. And I wonder just how loud that is on the broadcast. If there is anybody listening, let us know how the voice comes over the sound on the broadcast over the music.
Coming out of the break, 23.8 seconds left to play. Full court pressure placed by the Yellowjackets. Nobody back, so anything that goes long is going to be hard to safety.
And so here goes Lakeside.
Lakeside's going to shoot some more free throws in the bonus.
Fred has to foul real quick and come down. Hope they miss both of these, and can go down and get another quick bucket. And quick three and cut it to 5 and see what happens.
Coach Rayford, TJ Rayford here, the boys coach, is not ready to throw in the towel. He's still battling as hard as he can. Free throws upcoming by the Rams. This is what we're supposed to do. Foul, miss free throws, get rebounds, and score. Misses the first and the second. That can't happen when you're trying to get out of this. That foul. He misses both free throws, but then gets his own rebound. So we're going to come back to the line for another chance. 2 more free throws. Again, as the girls' teams continue to creep further and further out of the tunnels, they are itching ready to go. 19 seconds left to play in the boys' 9th grade game. First free throw for number 11 is good. 1 for 4. Big rebound by number 13. Brings the ball up the court with his left hand all the way to the corner. Out of bounds, back to the Rams. Ball comes in, 8 seconds left, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to be the official's going to get the ball from the player from Lakeside. We're going to shake hands and call it a night for 9th grade basketball and shift gears, getting ready to go to the boys' game. I'm sorry,
the girls' game.
The girls' game. My fault. I'm used to game 2.
And it looks like they're ready to rock and roll because they put 10 minutes on the clock and they started it. And neither one of the teams are out yet. So we're going to have about a 10-minute break here, and then we're going to start the girls' game. A big game, probably, I think, for both teams. I think
Absolutely.
Lakeside's pretty good. They've got a girl,
Number 15.
She moved here from Jessieville last year. She's very good. She's very strong. It looks like I see the coach's daughter down there with a brace on her knee. I did not know that happened. She's done for the year, it looks like.
She has had a knee injury, and she is sitting on the bench tonight next to her dad. Yes.
So they're down a very good guard, quick. But we need to come out, take care of the basketball. You know, we've been in most games. Whether it was we're in it for a long time and then just get a little, you know, they turn up the pressure or something and we get a little careless with the ball, maybe late 3rd quarter, early 4th. Or we dig ourselves a little hole like at El Dorado the other night. Dug a little hole, expended a lot of energy to get back, and never could quite get over that hump, get it to 5, get it to 3, and just never could quite get it over the hump to really finish it all, you know, make the comeback all the way. And it all starts again, taking care of the basketball and not giving up offensive rebounds.
Talked to Coach Breakbill today at lunch for a few minutes. He was a player here. He knows this area well.
Won a state championship here.
One of the biggest things he said is this is a tough place to play. It's a tough place to go on the road and get a win. No matter what level talent either team has, coming in here, Lakeside always plays well in this gym. The key defensively tonight is going to be to keep an eye on number 15, Peyton Putsch. She's the motor. She's the senior transfer, and no doubt about it, the way the team goes is the way she goes. So going to have to do a really good job putting a stop to her tonight. Her offensive prowess. It continues to be rebounding and protecting the basketball. Can't have those live ball turnovers. Can't let them have more shots.
And I think Lakeside generally has a little bit of size. So that makes it real tough on us when we don't have the size to match. Last year, I don't know if you remember, last year, Belle Smith, who came to Sheridan from Lakeside, had the best half of basketball I've ever seen Belle play against Lakeside here last year. She went off in the second half last year and helped carry the Yellowjackets to a win in this gym. And again, like you said, very tough place to play. What makes it so tough is it's kind of the old school atmosphere. Smaller gym, a lot of places, especially in our conference, have gone to the bigger arenas like we have.
Sometimes you miss that atmosphere. And sometimes, these loud gyms can get going. Lakeside will have that whole chair side over there full. And then right here behind their bench, they'll have several people. So you get that atmosphere, and it's almost, the hostile environment that people talk about. So, like you said, tough place to play. Just got to come in and block out the noise and take care of the basketball.
Yeah, their fans sit right on the sideline. It's an interesting place to shoot the basketball because on one end, in one half, you're shooting against the wall background, and then on the other end, you're at the band riser, cheerleader riser. So it's just a different look on both ends of the floor. So there's not a whole lot of consistency. And then it's a place that gets loud. A lot like Sheridan, Lakeside will bring some fans, some student fans, and it will be a raucous crowd tonight. So
yeah,
we'll get to play in a place that'll be full.
The student section will be right below us down here by the cheerleaders. They get pretty rowdy. The band is up here with them. They get loud. I mean, they get into it. But so does Sheridan. We travel well. By the time these games start, we'll fill it up some, and we'll have a lot of fans here. I'll tell you this, in years past especially, this gym has gotten hot when Sheridan and Lakeside play because of all the people in it. It's turned into a pretty good little rivalry of sorts. And part of it has to do, it's a huge rivalry in Jacketball. When we travel to Lakeside or they travel to us, it's very well traveled, and that's a youth. And I think the majority of the people I've ever seen get kicked out of games in Pee Wee basketball, parents-wise, were in Lakeside Sheridan games. So you hope you don't see that tonight, but it's turned into to something of a rivalry on the basketball court for sure.
Well, we see them now. The last couple of years, we've seen them in football,
right,
and basketball, and obviously baseball, soccer, all the things. So we come over here a bunch. It's not a very far drive. They come to us quite a bit. So all the things that you just said have kind of made it a rivalry over the last several years. We usually don't play them in junior high. We're able to put those games on the schedule today. 4 minutes left till we're going to tip the girls' game tonight. Take this to be our first chance to say thank you. Go ahead and put the sponsors there up on the screen. Let you see those for a minute. As we always do, we want to share the gratitude their way. They make this possible, supporting the kids in the school, and we need to make sure we, in turn, support them in our community.
Yeah, a lot of great people there. Thank you for your support, and not just for this Yellowjacket broadcast, right? The things that these people do in our community and, in the school district and everywhere else in the community is and throughout all of Grant County and even up into Saline County, in the East End district, part of the district. These people come through time after time after time. You can't thank them enough for what they do. So
we're about 3 minutes left, and I've noticed almost everybody here has gone over and said hi to Coach Breakbill. I knew that this was his home, and I just put it all back together. But 100%, when he was talking earlier, we were sitting on the boys' bench down at the end of the bench during the junior high games. He was talking about memories in his gym. He does have a state title as a high school player here, being a Lakeside Ram. This is where he kind of cut his teeth and learned the game, and now he's with us. So I'm sure tonight's kind of exciting for him.
His brother, I think, still lives over here. His kids go to school here, so.
Yep. I think his nephew might be running one of their cameras for their broadcast.
I think you're right.
Coach Eddie Lamb, the boys' coach, is with him now. You might be able to see him in the screen. I'm not sure what view you've got right this minute. Coach Williams, the girls' coach from Lakeside, has already been over and chatted with him. Several of the administrators and just several fans, street clothes fans, have come by and shook his hand, and I'm sure they're glad to see him back in the building. But tonight, his job and what he wants to do is to get a dub for the Yellowjackets. They've been working since they got home Monday night to get ready for tonight's game. That's not true. We played
Tuesday
last,
night.
yeah, it's only
Friday night.
So they had Monday and Tuesday practices to prep for today. Did their walkthrough this morning to make sure they were ready, and we're about a minute and 25 from the tip to see what they're capable of tonight.
It's always exciting. Sure, it's great to go to El Dorado, Texarkana, Hot Springs. It's really exciting when Lakeside and Sheridan get together for me, and I maybe it does go because of how much I spend time here and playing against Lakeside and Jacket Ball, but it's a lot of fun when there's a little bit of a rivalry and people show up for it. And there's a lot of energy.
You mentioned this a couple minutes ago, but this is still kind of one of those old school gyms, and it's one of the last ones in our conference. And it makes a difference. Don't misunderstand me. I love our arena, and it is fantastic and gives so many opportunities to so many kids. If it was raining today, they wouldn't have a chance to run around the top with their track team like we do.
Right.
Things like that. But for the basketball game environment, regular season, it's kind of nice to be at capacity. And that's what we're going to have tonight.
There's talk right now of trying to refurbish the downstairs gym and make it a little better and try to have one game a year down there. I don't know how you make that happen, but the energy is fantastic, right? So we're going to take a pause right here for the national anthem. Now, when you talk about, the ideas of having a gym, a game in the downstairs gym, there's a lot logistically to make that work. That's just spitballing ideas would be fun, right? But anyway, here's our starting lineups. Freshman Addie Grimmett, freshman Ainsley Stevens, senior Mason Wilson, senior Belle Smith, and senior Lily Reed. So 2 freshmen and 3 seniors for Sheridan. It's been the starting lineup for the last few games, for a little while now. So
Here comes the starting lineup for Lakeside. Band is going to join in and calling out the names. That's number 3, Lydia Plummer. She's a senior. Jalen Breakbill. Don't know if there's any family connection there or not. I told you earlier about 15, Peyton Butch. 24, Abby Davenport.
I might get to where I have to stand up a little bit. I'm a little short. The rail is right in front of me. So
Good starters, number 10, Ava Allison. Starting 4 seniors and a junior tonight. One of the older teams, sounds like, in the conference.
that's right. One of the few schools probably that's not starting a freshman. Tip controlled by Lakeside.
Finds its way to the corner. Back up top to 15 foot. Around the perimeter. Still haven't found it inside yet.
Tipped by Lily. Lakeside's able to get it.
Ball kind of stalls over there on the right side with Ava Allison, number 10.
Ooh, she's got a walk.
Entry pass to number 3, Lydia Plummer. Lydia Plummer with the layup and the make. That's 2-0 for Lakeside. Ball handled on our end of the court. Starts with Stevens to Grimmett. Grimmett finds Bell Smith.
Lakeside in a man-to-man. And Futch is really trying to stick to Lily, right? Good move by Ainsley Stevens.
Stevens all the way to the rim, down the left lane line. Left-handed layup. And the score is tied with 7 minutes left to play in the quarter. Steal by Wilson.
Tip from behind.
Turns it back over to Futch.
Over the back.
Point blank. Layup does not go in, and it's going to be the Yellowjackets ball. Again, tight spaces, so the Yellowjacket cheerleaders on the far end are stacked in pretty tight tonight. In case you weren't on the broadcast when we were together on Friday at El Dorado, the state champion cheer team.
And you want to talk about rivalries. There's nobody happier to walk in this gym tonight than the Yellowjacket cheer team in front of the Rams cheer team. There's Lily getting to the rim and through some contact. Comes off the front of the rim.
Number 10, Ava Allison starts it, swings to the left wing, in and out. Big rebound, still having to work for it. Not sure. Okay, we're going to call that a foul on the Rams. Foul on Rams number 24, Abby Davenport. Big, strong rebound by Bell Smith. Able to maintain possession. Full court pressure showing. Kind of turns into that full court man now. Lily handles it, kind of an Iverson in and out dribble.
10 seconds.
Going to call a 10-second call.
Mason can't run away on that. So Mason, I think she thought that Lily was going to clear and come on, and Lily picked up her dribble, and Mason kind of came down to the offensive end, and she just kind of got away a little bit. She needs to be up there to help.
Peyton swings the ball left side to Allison. Back up top to Miss Peyton. Finds the corner. That may have been a planned skip pass to the corner. Rebound comes off. Offensive rebound for the Rams, so they're going to still maintain possession.
Good, Addie.
Met with a great job fronting the post and grabbing that steal.
Reading that out, reading that there. That's about the third time so far in the game they've tried to make that entry pass, and Addie saw it a couple times, and now she's got the read on it. So hopefully it'll keep her from trying to do too much of that now.
Still again, kind of looks like a zone to start, but very quickly turns into that man press. Bell Smith on the far sideline. There's Wilson. This time she stays back and is able to maintain possession. Now we get in the hands of Stevens at the top. Again, their logo is from three-point line to three-point line, so it's not going to be really exciting tonight when we say that we made one from the logo. I'm sure we will. Finds Bell Smith on the left wing. Kind of starts how she finished last year. Three-point basket.
And even last week, Friday night at El Dorado, the second half against El Dorado, she hit 2 or 3 of them, and so there was Lily getting to the basket, getting to the lane and finding her, getting that assist too. But go right down and Futch answers.
Anything you can do, I can do. Bell's going to bring it across again. Finds Grimmett at the top of the key. Wilson on the right wing this time. That one comes off to number 3, Plummer from Lakeside. She's going to take the ball down and find Allison on the wing. Steal, Bell Smith. She's going to push from the far far sideline. Ball finds its way into Stevens' hands. Stevens to Reed, being guarded by Fuchs on the top. A little bit of contact, nothing called there, so we're going to end up having the ball on the baseline. First sub of the night, number 20, Jonna Craig comes in for Lakeside. It's unbelievable how similar our home uniforms are.
Good move by Lily.
Baseline inbounds play. Little left-handed soft hook for Lily Reed. Bucket. We retake the lead 7-5. Entry pass again stolen by Grumette. Same kind of thing. She reads that when the ball goes to the corner, she's going to drop baseline.
She's doing a very good job coming down from the top to read that and pick those off.
Looks like something they probably worked on in their game prep.
Something I saw on film, that's right.
But sometimes when you see it on film, it doesn't turn into the game. So far, Grumette's done a fantastic job. 2 of those now in a row when the ball finds its way to the corner. She's been where she needed to be. Great skip pass.
It's a little off.
That one does not find the bottom of the net.
Good work by Mason Wilson to get that steal. That's ours. Yes.
Big time by Mason Wilson, staying with that ball. Good position on the rebound there by Lily Reed. Ends up with the ball going out of bounds back to the Yellowjackets. Another baseline chance.
There's Mason. Perfect. Great execution. Ainsley was patient there, waiting for Mason to clear, and she came through and got the easy bucket.
Early in the game, looks like we're doing a really good job of running the game plan. That's always a win.
Oh, no.
That's going to be the equalizer all night long, though. Peyton Futch, F-U-T-C-H, makes the layup and the foul. Going to shoot a free throw.
She's a force. There's a reason why she gets so much attention. And, Lily tried to help on a pass to the corner, and they found they gave it right back to Futch, and Lily was just a hair late getting there, and you just got to always know where she is.
Kinley Melton into the game for the Yellowjackets, number 11.
Mason Wilson will get a little break. Kinley has played well the last few games.
Definitely coming into her own after her injury. Gonna have a push in the back on the break.
And that's a little unfortunate because that was a great pass and Bell was open for a layup.
I'm not counting whistles, but that's the only young man who's called a foul yet tonight, by the way. I think he has all of them.
I made a statement to you before the game started about this crew.
Ball up top with Grumette. She finds Belle Smith on the right elbow. Lily Reed handles the ball at the arc, fights in, tries to get the foul called. It was not. Ball's in transition. We're going to need to take a charge or something bad's going to happen. We did not take a charge.
And something bad happened.
Peyton Futch with the layup in the bucket. Going to shoot another free throw. The old school way to get a three-point play.
Lakeside making another substitution.
Dips down into her knees. This time it comes off to Grumette. Now in the hands of the point guard, Stevens. She's going to bring it up. Rescued by Grumette. Spacing up top could be a little bit better. We're going to see where everybody's going to end up. Belle Smith says, I'll just shoot another one. Just off the edge. Melton's not able to get the rebound. It comes down to number 3, Plummer from the Rams. She handles it. Swings it to the top. Ball handler Futch at the top of the key. Swing. This time no foul. Another rebounder. Guards are rebounding really well tonight. This time it's Stevens with the rebound. Looking for her chance to drive in. Belle Smith looking for a lane touch with the left hand in the bucket.
Good strong move by Bell. Looked like she wanted to pick it up a little bit, kind of hesitated just a second, and drove on, and then went up and with a lefty.
That bucket puts the Yellowjackets back in the lead. Another rebound by one of the guards. Grimet again, I think that's at least her third rebound. Playing big tonight. Handles the ball, brings it up. In the hands of Belle Smith on the far side of the three-point arc. Back up top, Stevens. She's going to rotate the ball all the way around. Coaches love that. Grimet looks for her way in, doesn't find it. Lily's going to have to do a little bit of, Lily's going to have to help and be more of a facilitator tonight, looks like, because as strong as Futch is doing on the offensive end, she's also putting her pressure on Lily on the defense.
I say Lily's drawing a tough assignment tonight. She's getting guarded by Futch, and on the other end, Futch spends a lot of time in Lily's area, right? And so it's a tough assignment. I do know that, and I didn't think it caught her, but Lily ripped. She caught the ball and she ripped one time, and it came across Futch's nose. So Futch got a little teary-eyed right here, and she's talking to the ref about her nose, but that was just a straight-up basketball play.
That's 10 Allison. She shoots the three-pointer and shoots it as high as anybody I've seen in a while. Bounces off the back rim, goes all the way across, out of bounds on the sideline, and in comes Sadie Krause for the first time tonight. Sadie Krause is going to get some minutes.
Addie Grimet's going to get a much-deserved break. She's been really, really busting it, so she'll sit the rest of this first period probably and get a little breather.
Krause is running the baseline, kind of a three-point specialist.
And it looks like they know it because this girl is really face guarding her.
That should be foul number 5, I think. Again, we don't have a counter on our scoreboard, but I'm thinking that's 5. Sonny, the referee, says I'm wrong. It's only 4. So our ball on the sideline, 22 seconds left to play. Ball comes in to Stevens. Finds her way back through the lane again.
And one.
Makes the bucket. Great, patient playing off 2 feet by Ainsley Stevens.
Very good footwork right there. Very good footwork. She stopped and pivoted and pump faked and pivoted again and went up strong and got the foul and the basket.
Didn't panic. Knew the 3-second clock was about to go, so makes the three-point play. We're up 14-10, 11 seconds left to play. Ball's in the hand of Peyton. She's going to swing to the left side. This time is a miss as well. Rebound this time comes down to Belle Smith. Looks like that's going to wrap up quarter number 1. Yellowjackets lead in a tough place to play, 14-10 over the Lakeside Lady Rain.
Very good first quarter by the Lady Jackets. Saw Addie Grimet very active on the defensive end, getting the steals, getting the passing lanes, and getting those steals. Belle Smith makes a 3, makes a good strong move, rips down a few good big rebounds. You see Lily working her tail off. Ainsley has handled the ball really well. You know, Mason has helped, comes up and helps. Kinley come in to her job. Sadie playing defense. So very good team first quarter. Lakeside's going to try to regroup here, but looks very good right now. So you hope you can just have 3 more quarters of the same thing.
Yeah, if you win all 4 quarters, it's hard to lose the game. So that would be my goal at this point. I think the player in the first quarter that I would mention again is Addie Grimet. As a guard that's not oversized, not super tall, to go in and battle with the bigs and get a couple rebounds is a big deal. The 2 steals that would have been point-blank plays in the post were huge. And so I'm going to give her the first quarter. As we come out to start quarter number 2.
So Mason Wilson comes back in the game. Looks like Belle's going to get a little break to start the second quarter. To reset for the Lady Jacks, you got Mason Wilson, Ainsley Stevens, Lily Reed, Sadie Krause, and Kinley Melton.
Come out, Lily Reed at the top. Again, man defense with a tip.
Just those active hands, man.
Goodness. All the way to the rim. I would have called the foul sooner. They're going to call it late.
I believe that's 2 on Ainsley.
Putting it on the baseline. Foul on number 5, Stevens. Said that she was not shooting, so they're going to put the ball on the baseline. Screens are being set. It might be 5 seconds. They get it in just in time. Looks like a man trip this time for the Yellowjackets on defense. Gonna call out their girl and gonna stay with 1. That's Sadie Krause up top on Allison, number 10. Ball finds its way to the wing. Back up top this time. Ball finds its way to the free throw line. Kick out by Futch. Miss by Allison. Offensive board. Oh, not much
see who they
there.
give it
Foul
to.
called.
She was a little bit out of control. They gave it to
12, 11. That's going to be Melton with the foul. Kinley
Did he
Melton.
say 11 or 12?
I'm not sure.
I thought. It
assume-
had to be Kinley because she was the one down there with Lily, right?
I think so. They were on the same side. Plummer makes the first and the second. Clock's running with 7 minutes left to play. Sheridan leads 14-12. This time it's going to be a zone set for
Oh, you had her.
Lakeside. Yeah, once you get at least beside her, you got to keep going because her active hands will get back into play really quick. Good kick.
Boom. Oh, that was on
Just
line.
off the back of the rim. That was such a good looking shot coming off her hand from our high post up here. I thought for sure that one was going to be in.
Gonna check back in the game. Bell and Addie back in. Ainsley and Kinley will get a break now.
Kind of rolling a 7-person loop here to give everybody the breather that they need. Ball finds its way to the right wing. Allison this time off the high glass. Ball falls through.
And she was shaking her head coming back down the court. She knew that wasn't right.
Well, moves the lead back over to the Lakeside side. 15-14 Lakeside. Krause with a 3 ball off the back of the rim. Another rebound by Grimmett. She finds Belle Smith. Looked to shoot it, but the defender was there. So now we're going to move the ball around the perimeter. Finds its way into the high post.
Well, if you look now, you can really. They just caught it. Lily was wide open down there. Out there on the wing.
Off the back of the rim, rebound goes to the Rams. Big transition play. Pass behind the Rams, so it's going to go out of bounds as the cheerleaders scatter to let the ball bounce off the wall. Coach Breakbill with the timeout. 30 seconds.
30-second timeout. So not a great, a little bit of a slow start offensively for the Yellowjackets. While Lakeside backed up, they increased the half-court pressure, I think. So, and Futch being at the top, those active hands. She's got long arms. She's very, very active with her hands and gets a lot of tips. At least there's one person up here enjoying the band. Carter back here dancing. So
I don't know if Coach Gray or Mr. Greg Scott is listening tonight, but bands at basketball games sure make for good nights. I know they've got a schedule and they plan on being in the arena multiple times. We just want to say we look forward to those nights because they make for a good environment.
It totally helps with the atmosphere when the band shows up in that big arena, right?
Grimmett handles the ball up top in the Ram logo. Moving it around up top. Wilson,
They are letting them reach.
couple smacks of the ball, bounces off Mason's knee and rolls out of bounds. Going to be back to the Rams. 15-14, still a 1-point lead for Lakeside. Peyton Futch with the ball at the top of the key, jump stop, swings it to the left side this time. Seems like Allison gets the second touch almost every time. Too strong by Futch, out of bounds. Offensive rebound back to the Rams. Futch is going to dip into that shot again, this time off to Lily Reed. Rebound Lily Reed, she's going to handle it on the way up, kind of running down the volleyball line there. Spin move, kicks it out to Grimmett, handles it at the top. Now Belle Smith has it. Back to Grimmett. Big pressure.
Man, well,
I'm not sure where that whistle should be, but it should have happened multiple times. Kick ahead to Futch. Passes Lily Reed. Gets all the way to the rim. Falls off, but falls off to Lydia Plummer.
Oh!
In stereo.
Sorry, my bad. I thought it was a great defensive play by Bell right there. Good block. The referee that allowed all that contact to just happen right here on the wing in front of us decided that that was a foul.
Free throws and then make the score 16-14 Lakeside as Kinley Melton and Ainsley Stevens make it way back into the game. So we have the original starting 5 back on the court for the Yellowjackets.
Kinley Melton instead of Addy.
Good catch, thank you.
Missed by Futch and a rebound by Lilly.
Greg Bill's barking some specific offensive orders that he wants to see in this trip. Stevens handles the ball well against the good defense up front. Melton handoff to Bell Smith. Again, a tip.
Tip.
We're gonna fix this one. There's a tip ball. We're gonna call that a tip ball. I'm gonna keep that here.
And he knows that.
Shot clock is down to 13 since there was no official possession change. Yellowjackets have 13 to shoot the ball. Ball into Stevens. They weren't quite ready. We didn't notice it quick enough, I guess is a good way to describe that. Shot clock down to 4, 3, do we know? 2, 1, we don't know. Shot clock goes off, no basket. Yep. Because there wasn't a full change of possession, we didn't get a reset, and the clock went ahead and ran down from 13-0, and that'll finish that possession. Ball back in the hands of the Rams.
And that's awareness, and that, Ainsley's still a freshman, so that's 2 in a row by her.
Allison made the one off the bank on the other side in the last trip or two, and then that one was more of a pure nothing but net. As the Yellowjackets move the ball around the perimeter, Melton looks for her lane touch. It's so important.
Wow.
Lily Reed with a great rebound. One of the ways that you kind of measure a rebounder is if they rebound from out of position. When that shot went up, Lily was behind the three-point line.
Yes.
Big effort to get that rebound, and foul going to reward her with a couple free throws here. 19-14 Rams, 3:40 left to play in the second.
In and out. Listen, Lily is working her tail off tonight, and it's stuff that doesn't show up on the stat board, right? I mean, she is having to really hammer on defense. She's getting just absolutely stuck like glue on an offensive end. So,
both of those come out all the way down the court. Peyton Foote for 2. Spin move in the lane. Back now, Yellowjackets maintain possession. Ball on the right side to Wilson up top. As we rotate the ball around, Kinley Melton finds Lily Reed again. She's not caught the ball a single time tonight and not had a hand in her face. Looks for a way, fights through the push. Rebound and transition by the Rams. Big rebound by Stevens. Timeout called by Breakville. Yellowjackets call a timeout. 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
looks like another 30. So 30-second timeout for Sheridan. Looks like, let's see, Addie Gourmet came to the table. I think Lily's going to get a little break, and she needs it. Lily is working hard, getting after it, let her get a drink, gather herself, and get back in that game. Here in the second quarter, Coach, I don't know what you see, but to me, offensively, we're not being near as aggressive as we were in the first quarter. We hadn't scored in the second quarter. It was 14-10 at the quarter. So what I see is a bunch of passing around the perimeter, moving around the perimeter, and just not attacking the basket to get that defense to break down again like we were in the first quarter.
That lane touch is so important. When the ball gets to the lane on the offensive end, the defense has to collapse. If they don't collapse, it turns into a layup. If they do collapse, then you got a chance to shoot an open three.
Right.
And we didn't have that opportunity because we're just not getting there.
But what I've also seen in the second quarter is our perimeter players aren't sliding to that open spot to gather that. Got to get it across.
They do just in time. Ball's now in the hands of Melton. She's looking for a spot. Got to give a lot of credit, though. The defense of the Rams is amped up.
Good back cut by Addie.
Absolutely. When the defense is like this, you have to be willing to go back door. She does.
That's a foul. That is a foul. Oh, you're kidding me.
Going to go the other way. On the jump ball, rotating possession arrow, they're going to send the ball back to the Rams.
So we're right here looking at that. The Lakeside player never got a hold of the ball. It's tough to watch.
Little zone action, that means that they start this time going to the high post rather than to a wing. Miss bucket, great rebound by Mason Wilson. She finds Stevens, who's going to bring the ball up the court. Because Lakeside has been scoring more in the second quarter, they're able to put their pressure in a little bit better. There's the foul on number 10, Allison. Foul called this time. Mass subs coming in for the Rams. 4 new young ladies coming on the court for the Rams.
I guess when you have Foots, you can put whatever 4 you want out there. Is that what he thinks? Because Allison's been really strong for Lakeside tonight, and they've got a couple of good role players that are playing great defense. So we'll see how this works out.
Okay, these are the second string girls. So what we'd like to do here with our starters is we'd like to find a way to move that score right now. I love that Wilson looked at dribble penetrate. We're going to reset back up top. Ball moves around the top. Stevens with a lane touch. Great kick out to Grimmett.
Oh, I thought that was good.
Rebound off to the Rams. Great look by Grimmett. Just wasn't able to make that one fall. And we're back in our 3-2 zone. Peyton Foots on the front with the ball. That logo three-pointer I promised you, there's a look at it.
That was a deep one.
Did not go in this time.
So what I have seen tonight that I'm very happy with, and in the same breath wish she played with a little more confidence and know what she was doing. As strong as Foots is, Ainsley Stevens has been able to beat her off the dribble tonight. But Ainsley kind of, is she surprised that she's not, that she's getting by her or what? But
while you were talking, we ran a little set that got a baseline look for Belle Smith. Layup on the block, and she made it. Ball back now offensively to the Rams at the top of the key.
Oh.
Steps into a bank shot miss. Offensive rebound number 24, Abby Davenport. Abby Davenport makes that bucket for the Yellowjackets. I'm sorry, for the Rams. So in the first quarter, we did not give up many offensive rebounds, and we did a great job on defense turning them over in the post. This time, those post players are getting those offensive rebounds, having a chance to put them back in the basket. Great drive by McKinley.
Oh, that was a travel. Yeah, a little extra step right there.
I love the baseline drive by Kinley Melton. One extra step turns the ball back to the Rams.
So 27 seconds left in the first half. 23-16 Lakeside. Foots brings the ball up the court. See what we do right here. We got to get a stop right here. They're going to hold it for the last shot. No shot clock.
Stick in our zone. Ball finds its way to the wing in the corner. Back to the top. Big dish inside to the post. We get the ball back. Lily's going to have a chance to be a quarterback as the Rams cheerleaders separate. And that wraps up the first half. 23 Rams, 16 Yellowjackets. Quick half of basketball. Not many whistles. 23-16 Rams lead as we go into halftime.
So in the first half, Belle Smith leading scorer with 7 points. Ainsley Stevens got 5. She had the 3-point play and another layup. And then you have Lily Reed's got 2 and Mason Wilson's got 2. Rebounding, Addie's got 4 rebounds, 1 offensive rebound, so 4 big rebounds by Addie. I probably missed a few because I think Mason Wilson has more than 1 rebound, but probably 2 or 3 rebounds. Lily's got 3 rebounds with it, and one of those being offensive. Belle's got a couple. And then, we're 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Nobody's really in foul trouble. Ainsley's got 2, I think. And really it was a fairly clean half of basketball. Took care of the basketball pretty well under a lot of pressure. I think we had 3, 4, 5, 6 turnovers. So not just sloppy with the basketball. A lot of missed shots. We on both sides, really. Lakeside missed a bunch in the first quarter. We missed several in the second quarter. That was a 13-2 second quarter for Lakeside. So you want to make those adjustments in the half, come back and come out in the third quarter and try to do what you did in the first quarter. So
I would say that the biggest difference in the second quarter was the Rams' baskets in the paint, and they made a couple threes. In the first quarter, they were ice cold, and we were able to get those rebounds and limit them to one shot. In the second quarter, they either made that three or they got a post rebound and a putback, and that was the difference in the second quarter.
Well, what do? Ava Allison has been cold the whole first quarter, comes out in the second quarter, shoots it. As soon as it left her hand, she was shaking her head, and it goes high off the glass from 3, from the corner, goes high off the glass and goes in. Well, then you see one go in, opens your eyes up a little bit. She comes back down the next trip and makes another one, right? So we're going to step aside for a minute, let you look at our sponsors. We want to thank all our sponsors, JM Fry Inc., First Trust Home Loans, Weight Loss and Wellness of Arkansas, Sport Stop, Cotillas, People's Bank, The Hop Shop, Darren Hobson, longtime supporter of Yellowjacket basketball, as well as all of our sponsors, Roof Connect, Stockton Equipment, and Allen Gate and Panel. So we will see you back here in about 5 minutes. Welcome back to Lakeside Gymnasium. Sheridan and Lakeside girls about to start the third quarter. Lakeside's up 23-16. Sheridan comes back with the original starters: Mason Wilson, Ainsley Stevens, Belle Smith, Addie Grimmett, and Lily Reed.
As does the opponent, the Lakeside Rams. Lydia Plummer, Jalen Breakbill, Ava Allison, Peyton Futch, and Abby Davenport. Ball starts in the hands of the Yellowjackets. Ainsley Stevens around the top. Finds the backdoor play off of Wilson, going to go the other way.
He gets overruled and calls it off of Lakeside, so it goes back to Sheridan. So it'll be 19 on the shot clock. I'm starting to like that guy. It's twice he's overruled a call, right?
Looking for an opening here. Found Belle Smith.
Good cut, good pass.
Very aggressive there. The pass kind of threaded the needle, found Belle Smith, and she's fouled. So that's going to get her to the free throw line. Something we didn't do a whole lot in the first half.
No, 3 free throws in the first half. 1 for 3.
Off the hand, backspin through the net. Belle Smith makes the first free throw. 23-17. Rams still lead. This one falls off the front. Chance for a rebound, but it ends up in the hands of the Rams. Quickly Futch down the court. Again, it seems like the norm of their offense is from Futch to Allison to kind of start the offensive set.
Great battle by Ainsley Stevens to get that rebound.
She's done a fantastic job with big pressure tonight handling the ball. Early in the season, this kind of pressure did a little bit more damage than it's doing tonight. Reed gets to the block, has a tough left-handed layup that misses, and Rams get one in transition. Transition bucket for the Rams, 25-17 now Rams. Stevens is going to look and see how far she can take it. Should have been a foul with the body.
Bunch of body.
Great job by Stevens attacking the defender. She does not get rewarded. Ball ends up in the hands of Rams. 2 points for Lydia Plummer.
Lakeside stretches their lead out to 10 for the first time tonight.
Double-digit lead, first time that's happened this evening. Grimmett kicks it ahead to Wilson. Wilson back to Lily Reed. Grimmett was not ready. It was a great pass, not quite ready for that one in the lane, and shuffles her feet. Ball back to the Rams. In comes Kinley Melton for her first action of the second half, as they set up the 3-2 zone as Lakeside brings the ball up the court. Allison's changed sides. Let's see if they go to her side first again. They do.
She fires.
She lets go of that one. Rebound, Belle Smith. Mason Wilson has the ball now. She takes it all the way down in the corner looking for an opportunity. Finds Stevens up top. She moves it around to rotate the ball around the entire perimeter. Wilson,
really
right on line, just off the back of the rim. And I think they're going to give the Rams a full timeout.
Yep.
Full timeout, Rams.
So with 5:57 to go in the third quarter, it's 27-17 Lakeside.
Kind of a slow start to the second half. The band is taking a break, so we'll get to talk to you during this break. Chance to watch our cheer team or check out our huddle, either one.
Chance to, again, thank our sponsors. We cannot do this without them. So any chance you get to support our sponsors around town and through their businesses, please do. I can speak because it is me. I have a daughter that is currently trying to do some work with First Trust on thinking she wants to buy a house. So we'll see how that works out. We didn't listen to Dad about buying a dog, so we're not going to listen to Dad about buying a house, I promise you. As we come back to action now, Ainsley Stevens, Lily Reed, Belle Smith, Kinley Melton, and Mason Wilson for Sheridan Lady Jackets.
Kind of a different look here. They're going to put Mason Wilson on the front of the 3-2. They find the ball into the high post. When I see where she was standing, I think that might have been a 3-second opportunity there to call a 3-second call.
She stood there for quite a while.
Ball goes off her teammate's knee, flies out of bounds, back to the Yellowjackets. As we're swinging around the top, finds Belle Smith. We got that look in the first half. Going to get a different piece of it here in the second half. Just missed by Lily Reed. Great hustle by Melton. Ball goes off Melton's right hand and back to the Rams on the baseline. Rams still hold a 10-point lead. 27-17, 5:31 left in the third. Scoring was by far the best so far in the first quarter. Having a little bit of tough time putting the ball in the bucket here in second and the third. Peyton Futch up top, back into the post again. She hasn't left the lane the entire possession.
Great steal by Mason.
Mason has great hands ahead. Kinley Melton. Kinley Melton soft layup, falls through, cuts the lead back to 8.
So great awareness by Lily, getting her head up, seeing that long pass, finding Kinley on the run out, and Kinley doing a good job putting the ball in the basket. Now great defensive play by Lily.
Lily Reed with a great steal. Going to bring the ball back up. Finds Bell on the left hash. Back up top to Lily as we rotate the ball and put it up in the middle in the logo with Stevens. Would have loved for Stevens to take one push dribble there and got onto the rim. Instead, she's going to reset back up top and rotate the ball around the top. Still 13 left to shoot. Ball goes out of bounds off the Rams with 9 to shoot on the sideline right in front of Coach Breakville. He's giving them some instructions here as they get ready to throw the ball in on the side. 9 seconds to shoot, 4:26 left in the quarter.
And I'm sure what he's telling his team is, hey, there's 9 seconds on the shot clock. Everybody be aware there's 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Got it into Lily Reed. 6, 5, 4, 3. There's a foul called on the shot. Maybe. We're not sure what we're going to call yet. We might call a travel.
He was checking to see if she was inside the three-point line or not, and she was. So it'll be 2 shots. Really a bailout by Futch. She didn't have to do that. She could have just stood still with her hands straight up. Instead, she took a swat at the ball. So it's a foul. She can complain to the ref all she wants, but it was a foul. It was a bailout, but it was a foul. Lily makes the first of 2.
Pushes to the 20-point mark. 27-20. Rams still lead. Second one goes off the outside of the rim where rebound comes down to the Rams, again in the hands of Futch. She is the point guard, ahead to Allison. Feel like we've said that every time tonight. Back up top to Futch, into the post.
Into the camper again.
Yeah, number 3, Lydia Plummer. And I'd do the same thing if nobody's
They're not going to call it.
Yep. She posts right in the Rams logo that's in the lane about the time the rebound happens and just stays there until somebody throws it to her. Now she's at the free throw line shooting 2, misses the first. Still a 7-point lead tonight for the Rams. About to shoot number 2. That one finds the bottom of the net. Timeout Rams. This time the Rams are going to take a 30-second timeout, be a quick break. I just caught eyes with the coach's daughter, Mackenzie Williams. My favorite thing about the fact that I noticed here is she's a junior. That means she's going to be able to come back next year and play as a senior. Having that same knee injury in my house this year has been tough on Parker. And I just hope that Miss Williams comes back 100% because young athletes need their chances to do what they love. And so best wishes to her, standing there next to her dad. I know it's got to be fun to be there with her dad, but
she moved up as a freshman 3 years ago, and I guess 2 years ago, and made a difference right away. So, yes, wish her a speedy recovery.
Yep, still wearing an immobilizer, so she's got a while to go in her recovery, but hope that it's going well. Physical therapy is doing what it needs to do, and we'll see her back on the court next year. Wow.
Nice, Mason.
Big move by Mason Wilson. Lots of skill involved in that Euro step.
Going to and finishing with her left.
Finishing with her left hand is huge. Cuts the lead to 6. Great job on the inbounds play, or I'm sorry, on the post pass. My fault. Lily Reed finds her way to the rim as well. Comes off to Futch. Kind of in a
set up and take that charge, Ainsley.
Kind of in a horse race right now since we're in Hot Springs. I'll call it that. Off the back of the rim, rebound comes down. Mason Wilson. Got to remember who's behind us. Lily Reed on the right wing, stops and pops.
Ooh.
Leaves it just short.
Kinley battling.
Big hustle by Kinley Williams.
And more hustle by Lily. Good job.
Good job defense to slow everything down and let everybody take a breather. 28-22, 3:10 left to play in the third quarter.
Spit it out. That's a lot to say in one.
Here we go. Ball back up top. Finds its way to the right wing. Entry pass. Baseline drive.
Oh, 2 offensive rebounds, and we've been fairly good at that here in the second half, limiting those, and the 2-on-1 possession ends up with 2 points for Lakeside.
3 looks at the basket. Lakeside's too good offensively to get 3 chances. Ball finds Stevens. She finds her way with the left hand.
What a
bucket. Scoop left hand. Goes all the way across the lane. Uses her body to kind of block the defender. 30-24, 2:20 left to play. This one did not ever have a chance. Allison with the 3-ball try. Rebound comes down to the Yellowjackets.
Kinley Melton with a good rebound right there in the right spot at the right time.
Got to have some confidence right now if you're Stevens after the drive last time. This time comes off. Bell Smith tries a 3. Rebound comes down to Futch. The speed that she transitions is pretty special.
It's going to be a foul on Ainsley Stevens. She was moving her feet. I thought she was doing a pretty good job staying there. And
it's going to be a baseline inbounds play here for the Yellowjackets. Grimmett comes in for Stevens.
And that's 3 on Ainsley, so Addie's going to check in for her. Try not to pick up a cheapie here with, sometimes those fouls come back-to-back like that, right? And so.
Great hedge right there by Lily Reed. Showing the man piece right here, and Pooch was about to get a screen. And so Lily Reed comes up to stop the drive. Great job there, seeing that before it happens.
Walk.
Called it a bobble. 10 to shoot for the Rams. Again, that's Grimmett with a big rebound. Jump ball called. Alternating possession stays with the Rams. Ball finds its way into the post. Back out up top. Now it's on the right wing with Peyton. She swings it up top. They give it back to her. That can be an offensive foul.
Great job, Lily. Great job by Lily Reed right there to stand her ground, take the contact, go to the floor. Great defense right there.
Again, the most unselfish play in basketball. Taking one for the team, taking the hit, and usually falling down. Big time defensive play there by Lily Reed. And it puts another foul on their best offensive defensive player. Ball finds the post. Left hand by Bell Smith does not find the goal. So we're at 30-24, under a minute left to play. Rams have the ball top of the key. Number 20, Jonna Craig directing traffic. Number 12, Aniston Hayes threads the needle for a post basket.
Futch was out there on that wing, and Lily had to pay respect to that, so she was shaded that way a little bit and left. That leaves that block open, and they found it. The girl made a good cut and found the open spot, and they found her. And that's a tough one. That's a tough one. What do? Do you leave Flitch wide open on the wing out there and let her just catch it clean, or do you?
9 seconds left to play. Shot clock is off. Looking for one last chance here. We're going to call a foul. Foul on number 12, Aniston Hayes. Going to give us a sideline out of bounds play with 2.5 seconds left to play. Going to need to get a catch and a shot pretty quick. As we run through the screens, we don't want to throw it real high. Great look.
Play.
Great look. The best part about that is it looked like the same setup we always run and throw the ball to about the half-court line. This time we ran it to the rim, got the pass and the layup.
That's right.
Smith for 2.
Great cut by Bell. Good look by Mason. Very good hands by Bell to catch that and come down and go right back up with it. So, end of the third quarter, 32-26. We cut the lead down to 6. It was stretched out to 10 or 11 points at one point. So, battling back a little bit. Now you hope you've saved Ainsley. She's only got 3 fouls, so she didn't have to pick up that cheap one at the end of the third quarter. So she sits and she's fresh now in the fourth quarter. You're going to be able to come out hopefully in the fourth quarter and make a little bit of a run here and see if we can apply a little pressure.
Well, 32-26, 6-point lead for the Rams. That number is easily overcomable if we do the things that we need to do. To me, the biggest thing is to make sure that they're only getting one shot. We haven't turned them over a whole bunch. They've protected the ball pretty well, but we can't let them have multiple looks.
Yeah, they scored 4 points in the third quarter right there off offensive rebounds. And in one trip, we gave up 2 offensive rebounds. So can't let that happen. I know we sound like a broken record probably, but I will say that is part of what has probably kept us from being 4-0.
Rebounding has been a weakness. Thought we did a really good job in the first half the other night at El Dorado. Probably against one of the best rebounders we've played all season. Tonight it's been good in spots. We just need to make sure we don't miss those opportunities. Turnover turns into a basket by Peyton Fuchs. Stretches it out to an 8-point lead. Grimmett with the ball up top. Handles the ball into Melton's hands on the left side. She's looking for a cutter across the middle. Back with the rotation to Wilson. Wilson to Lily Reed. Lily Reed for 3. That's, I think, our first 3 ball of the second half. Lead cut now to 5 points.
And that's the most open look that I think Lily's had in about 3 games. It's been really tough on her, but you get that just shows you give her just a little space.
Yep.
And she can light you up.
Absolutely. Post look and basket there by the Rams, so they go back up by 7. Ball's on the left side with Belle Smith. She finds Mason Wilson. They got it kind of locked there in the corners. Coach Breakville recognizes that about the same time we do, and he calls a timeout to get them out of that corner. 6:43 left to play.
36-29. Lakeside. So it's a full timeout for Sheridan. They start getting a little strategic with the timeouts now, both sides. Well, you'll see both these coaches getting strategic with the timeouts. Coach Breakbill, he's drawing up a play right now, whether it's offense or defense. I'm sure he's trying to, in his film study, he's found some stuff that that will. He's trying to see, show the girls what's coming. And offensively, I'm sure he's trying to get something to get a little bit more of that motion. We've got a little bit of motion when we've been active moving the ball around. The back cuts have started being there. So maybe Lakeside's getting a little tired. You know,
Okay, same set that we showed a minute ago. Let's see if we try to get that. Nope. We're going to go back to just bringing it in the backcourt. Ball comes into Stevens. Stevens kicks to Wilson in the left corner. Rebound comes down to the Rams. Several of our three ball shots tonight look like they're going to go in to the very last second. Allison fights her way in. Blocked shot
by Mason.
turns into a rebound by Lily Reed. And they're going to call a jump ball. This time the rotating possession goes to the Yellowjackets. Sadie Krause makes her way back into the game here early in the fourth quarter. 6:15 left to play. No. They just got the last one. They just got the last
No, we got it. We got it at the quarter.
Okay. I got it at the quarter when I forgot to turn off the sponsor logos. My fault. Okay, so after a discussion with the referees, ball comes back in. Rams have it at the elbow. In and out. Another big rebound by Lily Reed. This time nobody locks it up. And we're going to take it down the court. Lily Reed handles the ball. Stolen by Peyton Foote.
You know what you're not going to get in this gym is a foul on her reaching like that. She can be as physical as she wants, and they're not going to call it here. So.
Handled up top by Stevens. Man look. Drive and a twist. Finds Krause in the corner. Good job rotating the ball. Wilson this time shoots the three with a miss. Rebound Rams.
So still a 9-point game with 5:27 to go.
Feels like this quarter kind of got off to a bad start, but we're not out of it yet. Point blank miss there. Looks like maybe some words might have been crossed. Forced, but look who finds it. Krause on the right wing. Just short. Hits the front rim. Big rebound there by Wilson. Put back by Wilson. We need a couple more of those. Great job. Back in the 3-2 zone look for the Yellowjackets. Peyton Foote up front with the ball. She swings it over to Allison.
And she did it again.
The same bank three she made in the first half. Maybe it wasn't as big an accident as I thought it was last time.
Listen, from where she's shooting that from, that's an accident. She's kind of deep in that corner to be shooting it off the glass.
If she makes another one, I'm going to change your mind.
Okay.
Ball
You won't change my mind the way she's shaking her head when she's going down the court.
Great screen by Belle Smith. That gets the ball to Lily Reed on the left wing. 3-ball make. That's 2 in a row for her. She heats up in the second half. 41-34. Rams lead. 4:11 left to play. Allison decides not to shoot this one. Rotates it back to the top. Lane touch by Foote. Short.
Can you do that? Are you
No.
allowed to catch your own shot?
Ball finds its way in the hands of Stevens. To answer your last question, no, I don't think that was legal. Stevens uses the spin move, finds Belle Smith in the corner. Another 3-ball by the Yellowjackets. This time it's Belle Smith in the corner. 41-37, lead cut to 4.
And a lot of time left in this game for a 4-point game. So Coach Breakbill's asked them to step up and extend the defense, and they are.
Allison's aggravated that she got bumped last time. Missed this time. Rebound comes down.
Oh, Lily had it for a second. And
ends up in the hands of the Rams. That was Lydia Plummer. Ends up with the offensive board and the putback. Rams call a full timeout.
So, Coach, that's 8 points tonight off of offensive rebounds for Lakeside. What's the score? So, it's a backbreaker. You know, you want to be able to you want to be aggressive, but like that one right there, Lily is a long rebound. Lily made a great effort to get it, and as she's coming down with it, she's a little bit off balance, so it kind of gets away from her. Lakeside's able to pick it up. You know, just unfortunate there. Great effort. Got her hands on it. It was just when they shoot those threes, you know how the rebounds come off long, and I guess she should have took that one off the glass because that one was off the front of the rim. So.
Well, I'll tell you, the positive here in the fourth quarter, ever since that last between timeouts, has been our three-point shooting. We made 3 of the last 4. Lily Reed's made her last 2 in a row, and then Belle Smith just made 1 in the corner. I'll trade 3s for 2s.
Correct.
We just need to.
As long as there's enough time on the clock to make it back.
Exactly, yes, sir. 6-point lead right now for the Rams, 43-37. Yellow Jackets are going to have the ball on the baseline after the make by the Rams before the timeout. 6 points to overcome, 3 minutes and 14 seconds to do so. Looks like we're going to come with a man set by the Rams. Stevens says, well,
if you're going to put her on me, I'm going to the basket.
If you're not going to get down and guard me, I'm just going to go all the way to the rim. That looked like a warm-up layup. Now the lead's cut to 4. Allison's going to drive, swings. Great job, Stevens. Active hands, knocks it out of bounds. All right, here we go. I would say that the second look now, you've got Peyton Fuchs on the floor. That's going to be the primary look. I would say number 3, Lydia Plummer, now is the second look. Now Allison is out.
They're going to try to get to her in the lane.
She posts, pivots.
Jump, jump, jump.
Call the jump ball, the same thing you called down there. Foul called on 24, Belle Smith.
I believe that's her 3rd. I kind of got wrapped up in the game a little bit instead of keeping stats tonight, so I don't know if I'm 100%, at least 90% on.
Plummer on the drive. That is not good. That is not good. I'm sorry to say it, but felt like Belle was straight up, had her hand straight up, didn't try anything there. Soft bump turns into a foul and 2 free throws.
That was a very, very weak call. Belle had good position, and that's a situation where if Belle goes down with the contact, does she get the call?
Good point. Maybe I should take back what I said. Really, there wasn't enough contact there to fall down.
I agree.
It was so soft. She kind of had slowed down, almost stopped before she got there.
And what Belle was saying is as she stopped, she put that elbow out and put it right in the middle of Belle's chest.
Both free throws fall, so we're at 45-39. Lakeside leads, 2:33 left to play. Still time in the game to make this happen. Need to do it quickly. Backdoor is snuck out. Backdoor is snuck out, and then we're going to say the ball goes to
Lakeside. I thought that was great hustle by Sadie. I really thought that she slung it out of bounds. I thought that the Lakeside girl had a hold of it and slung it out of bounds. I mean, that's the only logical way that ball could have went that direction is if the Lakeside girl.
Referee's asking his buddy to see what he's got. They don't have enough. They can't switch it. They say don't have enough to overturn it, so we're going to go ahead and leave the ball with the Rams. 45-39. Clock runs at 2:20 left to play in the game. Peyton Fuchs, who's been the leader for the Rams all night long, been the ball handler, been the top of the defense all night long, handles the ball outside the logo, up high. Lets the shot clock tick down to 15. Kind of taking the air out of the ball, as you do when you're up by 6 points. Now with 10 seconds left to play, they get ready. Inbounds pass flies out of bounds. Pass from Aniston Hayes goes out of bounds, and the ball goes back to the Yellow Jackets. 1:55 left to play. I'd say this is an important trip for us as we look here.
Really need a bucket right here.
Need a bucket here, especially since they've already started to kind of slow things down. Any more fouls by the Yellow Jackets will be free throws for the Rams. Lily with a screen. Oftentimes when you screen, it helps you to get open. That one goes out of bounds, and who we're going to give this one to?
Sheridan.
This one stays with the Yellow Jackets. Shot by Lily Reed off the left side. Looks like we got a timeout by the Rams. Probably going to need to be a full timeout based on
he's used
what
his
they have
30s.
left.
He has used his 30s, so he's down to fulls only.
Full timeout. sponsors back up on the board. I'm not going to forget to pull those down again this time.
I'll try to help you remember.
I'm going to hold my pen so I'll remember.
I looked down at my phone and I thought, Abana knows that I'm broadcasting. Why is she texting me?
She's trying to protect me. I messed up. It's just how important the sponsors are. You got to give them their time.
That's right. Yep, our sponsors are way more important than watching the game, guys. Okay, so.
All right, as we roll out of this timeout, 6-point lead, 45-39. Rams lead. Yellowjackets ball on their end of the court. Coach Breakville had a chance to draw up something new, or at least sharpen something that they've done all year long. This is usually the screen to the block for Bell. Bell slips and didn't get it. Ball comes into Melton. She handles the ball up top, looks for a place to get rid of it, finds Wilson. Wilson back around as we rotate the ball. Stevens to Bell Smith, back to Wilson as we rotate the opposite direction. Now we're going left with the ball.
So we're going, Lakeside's going back man-to-man, and Futch is on Lily, so.
There's Stevens with the ball. She's been good at the drive to get to the lane, uses the spin move. Shot clock now at 10. Melton with the pass, flies through the hands of Wilson and out of bounds. It's going to be Rams ball. The toughest part of that is we ran almost 40 seconds off the clock. Back in the hands of the Rams. 1:08 left to play. They are definitely looking to use the clock here.
I would think coach would want them to come out. They need to come out and start putting some pressure on the ball, force the situation a little bit.
6 points is only 2 possessions, but we got to get the ball back in our hands. So shot clock at 15. As Peyton dances around in the lane, she finds 10. Allison on the right wing. That was a push on 24. 2 hands in the back. I'm not sure why the baseline guy didn't have his whistle going too.
I could tell you, but it'd sound bad.
Ball comes back into.
So very fortunate for us.
Very fortunate for us.
It was very fortunate for us that
it was seen.
Yes. So Coach Breakville very direct with where he wanted Ainsley to come to for that timeout. So he's going to draw something up right there on the sideline.
We've had some luck from that spot tonight, so
that's right.
I look forward to seeing what he's putting together. This is the play we ran at the end of the half, where we got the slip screen, Bell Smith to the rim, and was able to lay it up right before the buzzer. Big basket. 45-39. We're just under a minute left to play in the game.
So here's the true test for Lakeside for Futch individually. She's guarding Lily. If we run that same play and Bell slips again and it's open, does Futch leave Lily? Is that what we're trying to draw up? Is something to try to get her going towards the basket to try to free Lily up for a 3? And you got to watch if Mason's the inbounder. No, Ainsley's the inbounder, so watch for the give and go right here.
Completely different look. They're going into a box set from the sideline. Bell Smith with a down screen, looks like trying to break Lily through the elevator. Okay. I don't know what to say there. I'm speechless. We're going to have the Rams take possession of the ball. 36 seconds left. We're going to have to foul. So the elevator screen was not enough to make that work. So Rams have the ball on the sideline trying to find an open. Clock starts, 33 seconds left.
That's going to be 5 on Ainsley, I think.
Fifth foul on Ainsley Stevens tonight. In comes Grimmett.
So Ainsley leaves the game with 9 points, 2 rebounds.
My favorite thing tonight was the way she handled the ball.
3 assists. Yeah, she handled it very well. Like I said, very, very impressive was how she was able to beat Futch off the dribble.
Futch just playing keep away. Foul on Lily Reed. So that's going to put Butch at the free throw line to shoot 2. 45-39, 21.7 seconds left to play.
So it's been a 6-point game since about 2:30, 2.5 minutes, a little bit more.
Yep. First free throw's a miss. We're still not mathematically out of this one. We're going to need to get down the court quick, find a really good looking 3, and then foul again.
2's not enough.
I'd love for us to face guard Peyton so that she doesn't end up with the ball in her hands. Timeout called by Jay Williams, the coach at Lakeside. He's going to call a 30. Has one of those left, looks like, and they're going to talk about how they're going to set up their defense. 7-point lead makes it a 3-possession game now.
So, with what you're saying, to try to face guard Fuchs and not let her catch the ball, who do we have on the court right now that can stay in front of her?
Tonight, the player that's shown the most grit has been Grimmett.
In that scenario, you just throw it up to Fuchs and she goes and gets it, right?
That's a good point.
I mean, because she's got really good size. Grimmett can hustle, she can jump, because she jumped that high. And listen, it's on the inbounder to get the ball up.
Right.
So I agree. That's the first thought I had. And
gotta go. Finds Belle Smith in the corner. That one's too long. Rebound comes down to Kinley Melton, and she's fouled. Couldn't happen at a better time. Clock stops. That gives us a chance to score without the clock running. I almost guarantee that's one of the things Coach Williams said. Do not let them shoot free throws.
Right. So right now he's not happy.
Kinley Melton at the free throw line. First one just over the front of the rim, bounces off.
In and out.
One more look here. The good thing about this free throw is it gives us a chance to cut it back to a two-basket lead. Missed again, comes down to the Rams. Foul on Melton. Got somebody else shooting free throws at least. Abby Davenport's going to go to the line for the Rams. 7.4 left on the clock. .4 left to play. Makes 1 or 2, 8-point lead now for the Rams. Ball comes into Lily Reed. She's going to run it down the right side. Puts one up with 3 seconds left to play. Rebound comes down to the Rams. Buzzer sounds, and we're going to shake hands. As Mike adds up the totals tonight, just want to say another heartbreaker for the Lady Yellowjackets. As we roll back through the conference for the second time, looks like we'll have a chance to be competitive and battle in all these games. Don't want you to forget that Friday night we're at home against Whitehall.
It'll be jacket ball night. We'll have hopefully 100 screaming little jackets running around. So Belle Smith finishes with 13. 7 in the first half, 6 in the second half. Ainsley had 9, Lily had 9. Mason Wilson has 4, Kinley Melton had 2. So that's your scoring right there. Rebounding, Addie Grimmett had 4 in the first half and finished the game with 4. Ainsley had 2 rebounds. Lily led the way with 7 rebounds. So, you said it, kind of a heartbreaking loss. We're in this game, came out strong in the first quarter, really struggled in the second quarter. Second and third quarter, we just weren't that aggressive with the basketball, right? We weren't that aggressive going to the basket and attacking like we were in the first quarter. And then the fourth quarter, tried to battle back, cut it down to 4 at one point, and again had to expend that energy to get it down to 4, and just couldn't quite get over the hump. So, kind of the story in the three conference losses for the Lady Jackets, and we turn the page and we look to Whitehall on Friday night, and right now we turn the page to your 4-0 Sheridan Yellowjacket boys basketball team against Lakeside, and I'm not real sure what their conference record is right now, but this could go a long way in Sheridan really sitting in the driver's seat.
Like we said,
for the 2 seed for sure.
Absolutely.
And who knows what happens if you pull, we've seen it before. We've seen a Coach Scott coach team go into Benton and win a game he's not supposed to win. So can it happen again this year? So first things first, let's take care of business here. Again, like we talked about earlier, really tough place to play. It's already getting a little hot in here, right? So we'll see. Right now, let's throw the sponsors up on the board, and we'll take a couple-minute break and come back with about 3 or 4 minutes to go and start into the boys' game.
Let's do it. All right, we're back as we get ready for game number 2 of the varsity night. You got Sheridan Yellowjackets here on the close goal in the first half. You got the gold warm-ups on the far end for your home team, the Lakeside Rams, as we get ready to continue conference league action. Yellowjackets are 4-0 going into this game. As we mentioned before we kind of went to break, you've got a big night tonight on the road, tough matchup, tough place to play, but a win tonight and a 5-0 start in the conference would be kind of unheard of. As long I don't know.
I
don't
couldn't
know
tell
if,
you the last
I
time.
don't know if, and I sure don't know when. It's been a long time. So I'm excited for what we're up against tonight. I will tell you, sophomore Axel Jansky is the guy for Lakeside. And I've got a lost power, it's back. We might have lost, no, we're good.
I got you.
I think
All right, here we go.
I think we're still with you. Bring up a new one. Nope. Yep. All right, as we come back, we have a student announcer tonight announcing the teams. I was going to make mention really quick. Head coach from Lakeside, Eddie Lamb. I don't know if there's any Lakeside fans listening to our broadcast. I know they have their own here as well. But Coach Lamb is one of the ones when I started coaching almost 20 years ago. He was a big mentor. So thanks to Coach Eddie Lamb, and I want him to win every night except for tonight.
So here we are starting lineups for the Sheridan Yellowjackets. Sophomore Beckett Scott, sophomore Jace Gatlin. We have DJ Trotter and big senior Lane Bickford.
All right, now they're going to probably shut down the lights and get ready for the Ram announcement. Like I said, sophomore Axel Jansky, number 2. He's the guy that is the motor of this team. Number 5, Bo Brock. Number 11, Justin Hunter. Number 32, Caleb Rogers. And number 11, Justin Hunter. Band plays as we get ready to start the game. Ashton Herndon in the circle for the Rams. All right, Lane Bickford's in the circle for the Yellowjackets. Sonny throws the ball up.
Controlled by Sheridan.
Trotter with the ball, hands it off to the point guard, Beckett Scott at the top in the Ram logo. Guarded man defense by Brock from Lakeside. Beckett Scott looks for a lane touch, gets to about 12 feet, and throws up a left-handed shot that finds the bottom of the basket. 2-0 Sheridan Yellowjackets with the first lead of the evening.
He battled hard to get to that basket. Went up strong and finished. Good block by Lane.
Number 14, Herndon, got ready to drive and saw the bigs down low and decided that was not going to be in his best interest. Left hand is a miss by Dawson Griffin, but a rebound. We're going to give that rebound to Jace Gatlin. worked his way in, and the ball goes out of bounds to the Yellowjackets.
So you're going to see a lot tonight of Axel Jansky on Beckett Scott and vice versa.
And that's two sophomores that have played against each other for a long time now. There's a big look by Gatlin on the floater. Another offensive rebound, this time DJ Trotter. Love the hustle. So the rebound comes down to the Rams. Beckett Scott swipes the ball as he comes by. It gets loose, turns into a loose ball on the floor. We win the race to the floor, and now it is going to be alternating possession ball to the Rams. We'll get the next one. Ball comes into Jansky in the corner. Full court man defense. Beckett Scott on Jansky. Again, two sophomores that know each other well, been playing against each other for about as long as they could bounce a ball. Lakeside
at least third grade.
Lakeside moves the ball around the perimeter. That's Brock on the left side. Herndon up top. Hunter with a jump shot from about 12 feet on the baseline. Finds the net, and we're tied at 2-2, 6:19 left to play in the first. Beckett Scott jogs it up. Trotter on the far corner ends up putting it up top to Dawson Griffin. Gatlin with his left finds.
It's been a minute since we've seen that.
Yep, we didn't see it last game at Eldo, but that's Lane Bickford finds his way into the lane. Soft touch Lane Bickford basket. 4-2 Yellowjackets.
Another offensive rebound by DJ Trotter, setting all that up. Active hands by Dawson to tip it away, and DJ came away with it. And if you could give a half a rebound, I guess you could give a half right there to Dawson. But regardless, offensive rebound turns into points.
Great defense there by Gatlin. Gets his hand on the ball, stays in front of Brock. Now Jansky on the other wing. Again, great defense this time by Beckett Scott, keeping him off the baseline. Miss. Rebound down to chased ball. Jansky initiates the contact, trying to find a foul. Didn't get it. In transition. Another offensive board. This time, Dawson Griffin with the board and the putback. 6-2 Yellowjackets. Brock handles the ball. Now to Hunter from Lakeside. Around the perimeter to Jansky up top. 32 Rogers loses the ball. Turnover. Ends up in the hands of Beckett Scott. All the way, decides to kick out. Trotter can't decide, so he's just going to reset it back up top. This time he's going to let it go from three. Short. Offensive rebound.
Third
every
offensive
trip,
rebound.
ladies and gentlemen. Beckett Scott with the spin move is blocked. Still finds the hands of a Yellowjacket. Gatlin, the right hand floater from 9 feet, bucket. And Eddie Lamb needs a break.
4:23 to go in the first quarter. The Yellowjackets are up 8-2. Very active on the boards, offensively and defensively, but especially offensively, getting those offensive rebounds. DJ Trotter's got 3 offensive rebounds already, and they've all turned into points for the Yellowjackets.
Lakeside assistant coach just came off the bench, and all he said to the team was rebound the ball. He's shaking his finger, and his face is getting red. That's got to be the message right now for the Rams.
Which, let's be honest, that's a really tough task against this Sheridan team. Our guards are active, crashing the boards, but you got those 2 trees down there. And Lakeside doesn't have anybody that matches up height-wise with Lane and Dawson, and so they're able to, they may not rip down the rebounds, but they're keeping them alive. They're tipping them, and getting them away. So here we see Wilson Reed coming in for DJ. And this has kind of been the rotation, this year. So this is almost like a plan. Like
Beckett Scott trying to stay in front of Jansky. A switch is made now. It's going to be Jace Gatlin in the corner. Ball up top, number 14. That's Herndon. Herndon off the back of the rim. Out of bounds going to the Yellowjackets.
And there's Jansky trying to make a play. Same thing as our guards. He's very active. Going after that rebound. Tipped it away, but tipped it out of bounds. So Sheridan ball. Beckett will bring it up.
Swings it to Wilson Reed. Going to kind of let him run the point there. He's in the logo at the top. Ball screen, Dawson Griffin. Little two-man go. Oh,
Oh,
my
what
gosh.
a sweet dish.
That was big to big. That was big to big. Finished by Lane Bickford. Great assist by Dawson Griffin.
How well do those two work together?
Well,
because you see that a lot.
Yes, they work together well because they work on it a ton. Active hands again. Beckett Scott gets his hand on the ball, knocks it out of bounds. Now it's Jace Gatlin knocking the ball out of bounds. Brock will try to bring it in again for the Rams. Comes in to Jansky. Lob over the top. Brock's going to push it down as Coach Scott's barking defensive orders. Man, another touch.
Tip. Very active hands. Is that about the fourth or fifth time Jason's got a hand on a ball defensively?
He's looked very good there. Ball coming in. Jansky's going to bring the ball in from the baseline. Throws the lob out to Hunter, number 11 from the Rams. Herndon to Jansky with Beckett Scott in his face. Back up top rotation. Chase almost got him another one. Brock gets to the baseline and throws it out of bounds. Kind of off the hands there of Justin Hunter. And ball back to the Yellowjackets. For the first time tonight, Wilson Reed's going to bring the ball up the court. Going to kind of handle the point guard duties there on this trip. And loses it to Herndon. Herndon to Jansky.
That's a foul.
That's a
He slid in
blocking
there.
foul
Yep.
on Reed. Good job getting there. Good job getting there, but foul's going to be on Wilson Reed. Jansky's going to get to take the ball out on the baseline.
He didn't allow him to initiate the contact first. He came in and went, was sliding down. So definitely a foul, but good hustle.
Yeah, oftentimes when you make that turnover, you kind of drop your head and pout for a minute. He did not do that at all. He got back and sprinted back the entire way.
So right there we had Lakeside drove to the basket and Lane was there straight up, runs into Lane. They don't call anything and he loses the ball out of bounds. So.
Ball back in the hands of Beckett Scott. He'll run the point for this trip. Two-man game. This time the screener is going to be Bickford on a kind of a slip. Off of Beckett Scott's hands, tipped by Ram. Ball's going to stay in the hands of the Yellowjacket. Turnover on the baseline play. That's not what we wanted to do there. Wanted to get a look out of that. Jansky handles the ball. Up top as the rotation gets around to Brock, number 5 for the Rams. Jump shot made by number 11. That's a three-point basket by Hunter. Three-point basket by Hunter.
He's got all 5 of Lakeside's points right now.
2:32 left in the first. Reed finds his way on the baseline. Floater, bucket.
Nice move.
Wilson Reed, very controlled baseline drive. Little 2-foot push floater. Done a great job. Now he's got to get in front of Jansky. He doesn't get there. Ball comes off the backside. We're going to call it out of bounds on the Yellowjackets. Ball on the baseline to the Rams.
So in comes EA and DJ back into the game. Lane will get a break and Wilson will get a break. So.
Ethan Anderton is going to join for the Yellowjackets, as well as DJ Trotter back in the game. He gets the tough defensive assignment of covering Hunter, who has all 5 points for the Rams. Ball moves around the perimeter. Jansky said, I got to get my shots. Big three by Jansky changes the score. Now it's 12-8 Yellowjackets.
And I'll answer.
Ethan Anderton, just in the game, down the court in transition, makes that three-point basket. Transition threes and threes after offensive rebounds are the ones that seem to go in the most. Jansky's got a double team, able to control that, get it back to his teammate, number 14 for the
Look
Rams.
how active Ethan Anderton is.
Big block to keep him out of the lane by Dawson Griffin.
Blocked.
Blocked by Trotter. Trotter's going to get rewarded if he can get a hold of it.
Oh.
He's unable to get a hold. Timeout by the Rams. Hearing there's no volume. Ball comes into Jansky.
Another tip by Jace and another tip by Jace. Ends up in a steal. Beckett Scott with the ball.
EA skips the ball across to Jace Gatlin in transition 3. No. Rebound comes off to Beckett Scott. Soft right-handed ball does not fall. We're going to go the other way. That's Brock for the Rams, brings the ball up the court, has to skip it across to Jansky. Jansky keeps the ball with EA guarding. Round to Brock on the far side. Gets
Another
in.
block by Dawson Griffin.
Feedback? No feedback.
No feedback, no.
This looks different, though. A minute ago, this had 3 bars. Now it only has 2. So maybe you did something different. Dawson Griffin going to get his first break of the night. Going to move try to the 4. Ball comes into Brock, guarded by Beckett Scott. Ball missed, but an offensive rebound this time. First time that's happened tonight. Second shot is no good. Comes off to EA, and he's running. Leaves it for DJ Trotter. DJ Trotter finds his way to the rim. Leaves it short. Ball comes off to the Rams. That's Jansky up top, guarded by Jace Gatlin with another touch. EA with another tip. The defensive pressure tonight has been spectacular by the Yellowjackets.
Stretching it way out there.
Jansky out to Brock. Brock takes baseline, puts it off the glass. Good finish by the Rams here in the quarter. Beckett Scott throws one up. Not going to count even if it goes.
So here we go, 15-10 at the end of the first quarter. Good first quarter by the Yellowjackets. We're going to hope that we don't do the same thing to the Yellowjacket boys team as we did the girls after a great first quarter by talking about it. But trying to work on a few things here. So we're good. Very good first quarter by the Jackets. Great defensive pressure. Really, really great defensive pressure. So we'll see if we can keep that effort up. The guards have been so up in their shorts that even when a Lakeside kid gets to the lane, they got to put out so much effort to get there. And then you get Lane and Dawson. Dawson probably has 4 blocks. Lane's got 2 or 3. Just the pressure that they're putting on the ball.
This is with lots of arch. Griffin's going to drive from the free throw line. Keeps it alive. This time it goes. All padding his stat sheet, offensive rebound and the bucket. 17-10 Yellowjackets.
So Dawson's got 3 offensive rebounds that have all turned into points for the Yellowjackets.
Hunter, this one comes out. Ball is in the hands of Jansky. We lost sound. I did something when I...
So here we are. Jansky to the line. Makes the first one. I thought it was pretty clean block by Dawson, but they called the foul. Jansky makes both free throws, makes it a 17-12 game. Yellowjackets bring the ball up. Beckett for the lob for Dawson. Oh, it was there, and he just can't come up with the ball. So here we come back. Lakeside with the ball. Back on defense. A little sloppy with the ball. Jace out there putting pressure on Jansky. EA's there to help.
Left-handed
Air
three's
ball.
too long. Comes down to Beckett Scott. He's going to turn this into a transition look. EA all the way into the lane. Jump stops. No travel called. Ball's now on the wing with Beckett Scott. He's got 2 defenders. EA is going to be off of the Rams. Going to give the ball to the Yellowjackets. The Rams fans are not happy about that one, ladies and gentlemen. Got the entire student section right behind where that call was made, and they are not pleased with what was said. Finds its way in.
Definitely a foul. Just put his shoulders into him.
Yep. That's 32, Caleb Rogers. Tough assignment, but he dropped and put both shoulders like he was an offensive lineman
He's got to be giving up 50 pounds.
in Lane Bickford's back.
He's got to be. He's trying hard, and it's frustrating for him, right? Got to be trying. He's trying really hard, and Lane is just having his way. I mean, good move by Dawson.
Big rebound, big blocks.
2 blocks by Lakeside.
Yeah, 14. That's Ashton Herndon. Blocks both the big guys in that trip. Jansky finds his way past EA in the corner to Brock.
And they cut it to 2.
Brock makes the three-pointer, and they're off to a good start here in the second quarter. Timeout called by the Yellowjackets.
So Coach Scott's gonna call the timeout. Try to kind of slow this down a little bit.
We're gonna figure out if everything's working like it's supposed to.
This is a game that, I would say the referee's got to try to keep control. So you're going to probably see him tighten up a little bit as the game goes on. You really want to let him play, but sometimes that home crowd will really bite into you if you're a referee and make you see things that maybe aren't there.
That's kind of what I was talking about earlier pregame. You've got the home fans are so close to the court. It's almost intimidating sometimes to referees in this room. Coming back out of the timeout, Yellowjackets will have the ball on the sideline. Ethan Anderton, Beckett Scott, Jace Gatlin, Dawson Griffin, and Wilson Reed for the Yellowjackets. Looks like a man set as they figure out who we're going to guard. Man set, find the post. Dawson Griffin misses the point blank block there, and so that shot's not going to go. Ball comes down to the Rams with a chance to tie or take the lead on this trip with a three-point basket. Ball's moving around the top, finds his way in the hands of Brock. Brock to Jansky. Can't give up that much space. Can't give up that much space. Coach Scott saying that screen might have been illegal. Beckett Scott from the elbow, soft jumper. Regains the lead, 19-18 Yellowjackets, 5:27 left to play in the quarter. Rams are going to decide to slow it down just a little bit. Jansky to Hunter. Hunter up top, brings it across to Brock, back to Jansky again. That's the one that was open for 3 last time.
That's an illegal screen.
14 for the Rams. Ashton Herndon is drawing a very difficult assignment tonight. He's doing a very, very good job being tough as an undersized post player against our Giants.
That's right. But when they come up and set that screen at the top of the key, they are moving into it for sure. So I can see what Coach Scott was griping about.
Ball comes down, Dawson Griffin. He kicks it over to Jace Gatlin, who kicks it ahead to Wilson Reed. Wilson Reed reads the defense, figures out what he wants to do with it. Two-man game, back to Wilson Reed. Great job getting to the lane. EA for 3. Jace Gatlin with another offensive board. Wilson Reed decides to go above Jansky. Back to EA baseline. Finds his way in the lane. Big kick, hammer pass to Wilson Reed.
Go.
Dawson Griffin with another offensive rebound. Finds his way to the free throw line with 4:28 left to play in the second quarter.
Dawson ripped down a defensive rebound there just a minute ago. I thought maybe he was lost where he was at. That's 5 rebounds, 4 of them offensive so far in the first half.
4:28 left to play. Yellowjackets lead.
He makes
That
the
make
first one.
takes us to 2018. That make gets us another. Going to go back to 2 bigs, the double big sets with Lane Bickford's return. Anderton did a great job, made a 3, played great defense on Jansky. handled the pressure, did all those things. He's going to get his first breather. 1 for 2. Ball comes down to the Rams. Chase Gatlin draws the Jansky assignment this trip. Brock goes baseline.
Oh, that might have been a little switching of the feet right there, wasn't it?
Ball rotates around to Brock, back up top. 14 Herndon with the ball at the top. He's been there quite a few times. Jansky this time from the left side. He makes another 3. I think that's 3 threes for him so far. Beckett Scott's not able to match. Rebound comes down to Wilson Reed. This time it's Jace Gatlin up top handling the ball. Ball screen work with. You can't go under the screen on Jace Gatlin.
No.
That's got to be in the scouting report for the Rams. That was a mistake on defense, and Jace made him pay.
Jace, Beckett, none of them. You can't go underneath on them.
Rebound comes down again to Dawson Griffin. Ahead in transition, Beckett Scott decides to keep it himself. This time we're not able to make the layup. Ball comes down to Caleb Rogers. Caleb Rogers out to Jansky. We swing it across, or they swing it across. Lakeside swings across to Brock. Makes it around to Hunter. Hunter's partially blocked by Wilson Reed. He's got kind of that dip in his shot.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit longer to get away, and Wilson was there that time in his contest. I think he got a hand on it. Gonna go high-low with the bigs.
What a leave. I'm telling you, they love to play together.
Again, very rarely do you see two bigs that like to pass the ball together that well, and to do it so well. This is the first year it's kind of been their thing.
And
so.
seamless. I mean, it looks like they've been doing it for years.
Yep. The high-low work is a very big part of what we do this year.
And very fun to watch.
Yes. Partly because we haven't seen it before.
Right.
It's something we haven't been able to do in the past. 23-21 lead. Yellowjackets up by 2. 2:43 left to play in the half.
Looks like DJ Trotter's going to come in, try to give Dawson a little bit of a break. Makes the second one.
Makes the second free throw, 24-21. New Ram in the game as well, Kylan Ross. Number 0, Kylan Ross has entered the game for the first time for the Rams. Avery McBride, left-handed shooter, is in it as well. There's Jansky. Trotter's got to try to stay in front. Jansky with another bucket. Been very efficient here in the first half. Gatlin's unable to get the ball to the rim. Blocked this time by the Rams. Rams go all the way down the court. 14, Ashton Herndon's going to find his way to the free throw line. Herndon to the free throw line. It's been a big part of their offense. He's kind of the pivot man up at the top. Moves the ball around.
You see Dawson Griffin got a short break, comes back in for Jace. So we'll go back to the two bigs. DJ at the 3 now.
Kind of what we expected. We got off to a great start. They've kind of taken that punch and punched back. These last 2:11 will figure out obviously what happens here in the first half as the game's tied with just over 2 minutes left to play. Ball moves around the perimeter. Big to big again. Bucket by Dawson Griffin, assist by Lane Bickford. Jansky's going to handle the ball for the Rams. Calling out a play, looking to move the ball around. Starts on the right side. Looks like we're going to come back to a ball. Nope, I was wrong. Ball just moving around the top. Finds Kylan Ross at the top. Jansky for 3. Big miss. Rebound, Beckett Scott decides to run full speed. In transition, Wilson Reed's unable to make the 3, and so we're going to go the other way. We're looking for ways to go fast. Jansky's taking it slow. Moving the ball around the top of the key again. Jansky's going to
Gonna
go
try
try
to
to
get
find
Jansky
his
in
way
the
in the
corner.
corner.
Dawson was getting held out there.
Yeah, they called it a screen. I would call it a hold. Ross in the corner, off the top and over the back of the backboard. That's what happens when you look up and you got Lane Bickford flying with two hands in your face.
I think he was from the corner. He was trying to go high off the glass.
Into the game, Landon Odom. Landon Odom, number 12. Landon with the ball, swings it to Dawson. Dawson to Trotter. That would have been a big time catch. That's a tough ball to
That would
catch
have
on
been
the
a tough
backside.
one,
Yep. Slipped off the hands of Dawson Griffin, goes back to the Rams. 36 seconds left to play. 28 seconds left on the shot clock, so we'll get one more look at it at least this half, as long as we get the rebound. Ball comes off long to the Rams, and now the shot clock's off. Rams ball, no shot clock. Coach Lamb for the Rams is asking for one shot. Looks like he's going to put everybody down on the baseline and let Jansky have it up top by himself. Into Herndon. Back out to McBride. Another miss. Found by Ross. And we're going to leave into halftime with a tie ball game.
A little bit of a disappointing finish there after being so active on the boards. Give up those two offensive rebounds, and it winds up points for Lakeside.
Yeah, I don't feel like we should be in a tie ball game. It feels like we won that first half.
No, I agree.
Jansky, as anticipated, was the offensive power. Had at least 3 threes. Had a really good running floater there for the Rams. How do we do with the Yellowjackets? What's the first half look like?
So you start out the second half. I mean, you finish the first half. Dawson Griffin's got 8 points. 6 of those off of his own offensive rebounds, of which he had 6 rebounds. 4 of the 6 were offensive rebounds. Jace Gatlin had 5. Beckett's got 4. Ethan Anderson hit that big 3 in the corner over there. Lane Bickford's got 4 points, and Wilson Reed's got 2. Rebounding wise, again, Dawson with 6. Beckett with 4. DJ with 3. All 3 of those are offensive rebounds. Jason's got 2. Wilson's got a rebound. Ethan's got a rebound. Lane's got a rebound. I want to go to Lane for a second. Lane's stats don't show that he's having a big effect on this game, but he's having a very big effect on this game. He's playing really good defense, holding his ground, straight up, changing shots, and then when he catches the ball on the high post, he's finding Dawson down low, and vice versa. They just had that give and go a minute ago. It was just a thing of beauty. So, again, when you look at the first half, when I play it back in my head, I feel like we have a 10-point lead, and look up, and it's tied. So you're in a battle on the road in the 5A South. That's the way it works.
Absolutely. Did a good job handling the ball in the first half as far as handling the pressure. Got good looks. I was super excited about the offensive rebounds. And then, for me, the defensive effort and the touches and the tips. Jace Gatlin with several. Beckett Scott with a handful. EA had a couple. The way that Dawson and Lane are defending and altering shots, just across the board, great effort. You just have to be able to overcome Jansky's scoring prowess.
And listen, Jansky's a great basketball player. He's going to get his points. He's going to get his shots. But I promise you, in this gym, he's lights out. He's going to make shots. He's just going to you can't leave him open for a split second in this gym. And he's going to make you pay. And that's what he's done in the first half. So we got about 5.5 minutes left. Let's take just a few-minute break, and we will come back to you with the second half from Lakeside.
All right, 1 minute left in the half. Lakeside has made their way back out to the court. Still waiting on the Yellowjackets to make their appearance out of the locker room. 26-26 all as we get ready to start third quarter action in the final game of the night. First half was made up of runs by the Yellowjackets in the first quarter and then the Rams in the second quarter. We're looking forward to a battle here in the second half. Don't feel like we have any foul trouble going into the second half. Should be well rested and ready to go as the Yellowjackets begin to appear out of the locker room. And the clock ticks down with about 30 seconds left to start the third quarter. Out to the floor come Beckett Scott, Jace Gatlin, Dawson Griffin, DJ Trotter, and Lane Bickford as they come out to take the floor. Basketball will start in the hands of the Yellowjackets. In our stance, we'll be scoring in the second half on the far end. So you'll get a good view of all of our offensive action on the far end. As we start, the clock begins to wind. Here comes Beckett Scott to get the offensive started in the second half. Chase Gatlin gives up a chance to shoot that three ball, finds its way into the post. DJ Trotter from the other side. Rebound Herndon. Looks like there's going to be a foul under the basket. That's going to be a foul on Lane Bickford. Again, got to give Herndon from the Rams some credit. He is playing among the Giants and is holding his own.
Yeah, he's hustling. He's not letting it get to him that these bigs are down here, and he's giving up, like I said, 40 or 50 pounds probably to Lane, and I think he's giving up some weight to Dawson. So he's really working hard.
Ball finds its hands in the hands of Jansky. That's Herndon. Herndon to Brock from the Rams. Moving the ball around. That's no good. Lane gets one under the basket on both ends. 2 fouls in under a minute for Lane Bickford.
That's his third for the game. See what Coach Scott does here.
Coach Scott gives him the thumbs up, says, man, play with 3.
Yep, he's good.
Caleb Rogers at the free throw line. He's made the first free throw.
Is that Lakeside's first lead of the night?
First lead of the night. We've had a lead as big as 8, and now they have their first lead of 1. Rebound Dawson Griffin. On his way to a possible double-double, rebounds and points if it continues the way it looks right now. Beckett Scott brings the ball to the left side, playing a little two-man game with Lane Bickford. Ball moves around, another ball screen, big giving ball screens. There's Beckett Scott, comes off his hand, pure 3-point basket for Beckett Scott.
Give that assist to Lane.
Yep, he's going to go ahead and guard Jansky the length of the floor. They're going to try to get it out of his hand real quick. Brock finds around the top. Rebound, Jansky off running. Trotter, great look.
No foul.
Ends up being a basket for Jace Gatlin. Great attack. Love that Dawson wasn't going to lay that up soft. He wanted to go 2 hands. Foul is called, or I'm sorry, foul is not called, so we'll take the layup 2 by Gatlin. Herndon with the ball. Jansky with the ball, shoots the 3. This time it's an air ball. Their fan section gave that to one of our guys earlier, so we'll give it back to them right there. Great contest by, I think Gatlin was the guy there that got there first. Able to kind of alter that shot a little bit. Beckett Scott, slip screen, and now we're up top to Trotter. Trotter's feet get settled, and he's going to shoot the 3. Comes off short to Herndon. Herndon finds Jansky. Beckett Scott quickly gets to Jansky to play the man defense. Up top to Rogers, back to Jansky. Great job contesting there. Got a switch, so now Gatlin's going to guard number 2. Ball moves around the top, back in the hands of Jansky. Back to number 11. Another tip and now steal. Spin move, decides to leave it for Trotter. Trotter, should have been goaltending. But they didn't call it. Yellowjackets still hold a 4-point lead. Two spin moves. Going to take the foul to number 2.
On who?
I feel like Sonny said it was on number 2. Coach Scott's having a conversation right now with the referee. The referee's pleading his case, and the coach is pleading his. Don't know who's going to win this battle. Referee called the foul on number 3. It wasn't, we don't have, I'm sorry, called the foul on number 2. We don't have a number 2, so he's trying to guess right now who the foul's on. He still doesn't know.
And that's the problem. That is a huge problem.
We'd like to know who he gave it to. All right, that's going to reset the game. 5:03 in the third. Yellowjackets lead by 4, 31-27. Ball comes into Brock.
They may have gave that to Jace.
Comes back to Gat.
Walk.
Oftentimes when you have a conversation like that with a referee, one of two things happens. They try to give you one back or they take one from you. Not sure what's going to happen yet. Ball finds its way to the top of the key. There's Brock. Shot clock down to 10. Hunter gets a straight line drive. Steps on somebody's shoe, so they're going to call that a foul.
It's on DJ.
Foul's on Trotter. This is number 11, Justin Hunter. You might remember he had the first 5 points of the game for the Rams tonight. .436 to play in the third quarter. We need to spread this game out a little bit. You don't want to have a close game late in the fourth. Not at their place.
Not at their place. No doubt about it.
They're able to make both free throws, cut the lead to 2. 31-29. Beckett Scott's going to jog it up. He's going to find Wilson, let Wilson run the point in this set. Looks to the post, finds Lane Bickford. They're going to say Lane Bickford stepped on the line. And they're going to give the ball back to the Rams. Coach Scott still pleading his case. He's going to have Coach Scott either sit I guess that's going to be a warning.
He gave a little bench warning.
Once you've talked to us, usually the next one's a tee. So we're going to see what we're going to do with this right here. Put it in the book. Beckett Scott still taking the defensive task of guarding Jansky. Jace gets 2 more touches, and a kickball is going to go that way. That way being to the Yellowjackets. Give that turnover, steal to Jace Gatlin. He's the one who caused that to occur.
Come from behind, tipped it, got a piece of it.
That's Beckett Scott handling the ball in the logo at the top.
4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Yellowjackets up 2.
Jace is going to find Wilson Reed, who loves the baseline. Spin move, soft shot, comes off, out of bounds. Should be our ball. Yellowjackets are going to keep the ball on our baseline. 3:45 left to play. 2-point lead by the Yellowjackets. Lob to Bickford. Lane's able to make the shot even though he gets hit on the arm. Way to play through the contact. 2-point basket for the Yellowjackets. Lead stretch back to 4. Baseline given up. Baseline given up by Hunter. Not sure what we're going to do here.
Every time he calls a foul, he looks lost. Foul on Dawson Griffin. I mean, unbelievable how late that was.
Coach Scott's telling the referee that's 5 fouls this quarter to 0. It's got to be a rebound by the Yellowjackets. It's got to be a rebound by the Yellowjackets. Quick held ball, probably because we're trying to keep the physical down. Ball's going to go back to the Rams on the baseline. 3:23 left to play, 2-point lead. Big stop here needs to happen for the Yellowjackets. Ball comes off.
Good rebound, good block out and rebound by Blaine Bickford right there.
Ashton Herndon takes the shot. Bickford does not take any chances. Oh my, there we go. We're going to say that was a pass. Just kidding. Rebound for Lane. On the tip, he's able to make the basket and get fouled, showing his strength. And here come the subs for the Rams.
And ever since Lane picked up that third foul and coach left him in, he's come alive. Right? He's been very active on the boards right there. I mean, he's getting it.
Yeah, down here on that last three, he could have been lazy. Thought, oh, the rebound's going to go wherever it goes, but no, he did a great job blocking out. That ball could have bounced in front of him, and he still would have had a chance to get it. Another tip ball by Jace Gatlin. We're trying to figure out who we're going to guard. Got a couple new guys in. The sniper got Jansky on the far side. Scouting report on Hunter, number 11, needs to be to keep him off the baseline. He looks baseline every trip. For the first time in a while, Beckett Scott looks to run all the way to the rim and
one.
The bucket.
He counts it.
Yes. Beckett does a great job kind of deciding when it's time to run and when to take it easy. Saw something there he liked, and so off he goes on the run.
What he really liked is, you see, Axel Jansky's still limping. He went down over there, and I don't know what it was. He turned his ankle over or something, his knee, I don't know what it was, but he couldn't get back on defense, and Beckett knows that. That's the basketball IQ of Beckett Scott.
Well, in doing that, he gets all the way to the rim, gets the foul and the bucket, going to shoot one free throw. Lead is stretched to 6. First time we've had a 6-point lead in a while. There's 7. That's going to be 38-31 is the score. 2:44 left to play. Now that Jansky's got, we're going to go full court pressure. Eddie Lamb sees something he doesn't like, so he's going to call a timeout. Hopefully, I'm sure to give Jansky a chance to get better and get back.
They took him he went to the trainer's room.
Okay, so maybe we'll get a couple trips without him. 38-31, 2:40 left to play.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Because Jansky is definitely the straw that stirs that drink. So hopefully he's okay. You don't want to see a kid get hurt. But this is a really big few minutes for Lakeside right here, and for Sheridan. You've got to stretch it with him off the court.
Yes, yes. I hope Coach Scott's saying something about keeping number 11 off the baseline. He's got a much stronger right hand, and from this corner, he's gone multiple times in a row. Beat him to the baseline, make him get rid of it or shoot that jumper. Gives us a better chance on that as well.
There's Jansky back, still got a little limp.
He's going to check back in.
I don't think he can come in right now, can he?
Officially, after the horn, he's not supposed to, but they blew an extra horn just in case. 38-31, 2:40 left to play. Rams ball coming this way. Rams ball coming towards us.
So you got to go put some pressure on him now, don't you? When he touches the ball, you got to go put some pressure on him. See just how mobile he is.
Ball comes in.
He kind of walked, didn't he?
Since Jansky's got the hurt foot, they're going to let Brock handle the ball. Beckett Scott takes that. Hunter on the lob layup. Basket for Hunter. Ball back in the hands of Beckett Scott. This time he brings it down the left wing. Going to play a two-man game with offensive rebound, comes back. He gets it himself. Hangs and bangs. 2-point basket, Beckett Scott. 40-33, Yellowjackets, 2 minutes. I would love to stretch this out to double digits before the fourth. Ball's in the hand of Brock, guarded by Ethan Anderton. Ball swings around the perimeter, finds its way to McBride, then Jansky. Jansky takes his time. Another foul called, this time on Beckett Scott.
I've got them for 2, but that first one I think they actually gave to Jace. I don't really know.
Fans are giving Coach Scott a hard time. Most of the guys look like, I think that might be the Lakeside baseball team for the most part, making up most of the fan section tonight. They're chirping a little bit. Jansky at the free throw line makes his first. Right now for the Yellowjackets, you got Jace Gatlin, Beckett Scott, Wilson Reed, EA, and Dawson Griffin. Baseline try, Wilson Reed kicks it back to Jace Gatlin. Gatlin with a right-handed floater. This one's not gonna go in, so we got a rebound by Jansky and ball's coming back with the Rams. 6-point lead. Gotta keep it there with 1:25 left to play in the third. Ball finds Brock in the corner. Quick shot and 3 by Brock. Now the lead's cut to 3. 40-37, Yellowjackets. 1:12 left to play in the third. EA's the screener. Beckett Scott handles the ball, spin move, loses the ball, and Jansky is gonna bring it out. Jansky to McBride. Back to Jansky in the logo, gonna try to get it out of his hands. Find Brock again, this time on the right side. Miss, rebound, out to EA. EA kicks it right side, Wilson Reed. Jace with another push floater. This time the right hand floater falls. Stretches the lead with 35 seconds left to play.
That's close to a backcourt.
Very close.
Thought he had his foot in the backcourt still.
42-37. Jansky with the ball over to Brock, back up top. They're going to look for the final shot, even though there's about a 1.5 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Under 15 seconds. Brock back to Jansky again. Jansky over to Hunter. Hunter back to Jansky with 8 seconds to play in the quarter. Back to Hunter. Shot fake, shoots a long 2, comes off to EA. Handle the basketball. And we're going to finish the third quarter up by 5. 42-37, Yellowjackets as we get ready to play in the fourth.
Real strong rebound there by EA at the end of the quarter. Good defensive sequence. Kind of what you're looking for at the end of the third. Come into the fourth quarter, 5-point lead. Time to really turn up that defensive pressure a little bit. At the same time, we really got to take care of the basketball. I mean, we've had a couple of times where we started it, how close were we to just coming in and blowing this game open? And then you get a bad bounce, things don't go your way, and they were right back in it. Had down to a 3-point game. So
5-point game. I feel like I can't see the possession arrow here, but I think they have the arrow coming to start the fourth.
it's ours.
It's ours?
On the board up there.
Okay. All right.
So at least the board says it's ours.
We're going to get the ball. Referees are pointing our way now as well.
So let's real quick at the start of the fourth quarter talk about our sponsors for a minute. JM Fry Inc., First Trust Home Loans, Weight Loss and Wellness of Arkansas. Go down and see Melissa for all your physical needs. The Hop Shop, People's Bank, Cotillas, Sports Stop, Stocks and Power Equipment, Roof Connect, and Allen Gate and Panel. So that's our sponsors. Thank you so much as we start this fourth quarter. And let's see if we can bring home a Yellowjacket win.
Fourth quarter starts with the ball in the hands of Wilson Reed. He finds Dawson Griffin, Lane Bickford, back to Wilson Reed. Kind of a little triangle action, all three of them, elbow, and block. Dawson Griffin finds his way to about a 10-footer, banks it off the glass, makes the basket. 44-37, Yellowjackets. Fourth quarter conference action. Jansky with the ball on the right side. The ball finds its way into the hands of Beckett Scott. He's going to run to Jace Gatlin. Jace lost it, back in bounds. Big save.
What a tip catch it.
All right, slow down. Dawson Griffin's going to take over, ladies and gentlemen. Put his shoulder in the chest, gets to the rim, layup, basket. 46-37. Lead stretch to 9.
So after going scoreless in the third quarter, now Dawson has the first 4 points of the fourth.
Ball moves around the wing. This was a long rebound last time. This time it's a bank shot 3 in the middle of the square. Those are not.
You think he called it?
No. That's Avery McBride for 3. 46-40, 6:56 left to play.
And listen, he obviously loves that spot. That's the third one he's taken from up there. He hasn't taken one from anywhere else, but he catches the top of the key. It's going up.
Most of his offense is from that spot. He's kind of that swing man that's putting it on either side. So he probably gets that one a lot of practice too.
That's right. So
great start to the fourth quarter. Dawson Griffin offensively got a couple steals. Hate to give up that basket, but something with the basketball guys will give us one back in a minute.
Lakeside down to their last timeout. I think Sheridan should have
Maybe three. Yep, 46-40. About to start with the ball on the baseline. Yellowjackets will have it. Rams look like they're going to set up in a half-court defense on the far end. Let us bring it up with no pressure. That's something we haven't seen at all tonight. The Rams have not given us any full-court looks at all. Everything's been in the half-court.
Well, and I'll be honest, Coach Lamb doesn't seem like he's very deep over there. And with our guards, the speed they like to get out and run, you want to wear them down. You want to wear your defense down. They're already having to work their tail off just to play in the half-court. So, but at some point, he's probably going to have to turn it up a little bit, right?
Wilson Reed, Beckett Scott, Chase Gatlin as the guards. Bickford and Griffin as the bigs. Offensive set, looking for a post look for Bickford this time, who decides to fade. And rebound comes down to Jansky. Would have loved for Bickford to go right up through that guy's chin rather than fading there, but not what we did this time. Hunter back in the game, takes a shot. Short, going to come off to Beckett Scott. He decides to run, kick ahead to Gatlin. Gatlin's going to put the brakes on. Skip pass all the way across to Wilson Reed, back up top. Beckett Scott.
Right.
Beckett Scott leaves that one just a little bit short. We're going to give the ball back to the Rams. Looks like starters are back in. That's Brock going to take the ball out for the Rams. Jansky with a limp, still in the game. All right, Jansky's going to bring the ball up. Give the ball to Hunter in the corner. Again, swing man going to rotate the ball to Brock on the far side. Another touch and tip by Jace Gatlin tonight. If we counted that as a stat, he might almost have a double-double.
Right.
Back up top, going to look to Brock on the far side. Jace flies by, ends up with the ball in his hands after the rebound by Lane Bickford. Beckett Scott's going to bring it up as the point guard. Look for a baseline post look here for, there's the post look we wanted right there. Off the glass. And one. Great job. Another great dish, big to big. That was Lane to Dawson. Dawson's going to get the layup and the foul. So score right now is 48-40 with a chance to add one more. Old-fashioned three-point play. 5:22 left to play in the game.
And listen, Jansky just doesn't have a chance to go up and get that one, right? I mean, Dawson's so long.
I appreciate that he tried, but
right,
and
he's got to
win that battle.
That's
he's not going to win that battle. Ended up with some contact. Dawson makes the free throw. 49-40. We stretched it back to 9. Great contest. Great contest. Should have been an over the back possibly. All right, so
rebound by Dawson. Great effort.
Great hustle. Joe Scott uses one of those last 3 timeouts to give him a break and keep possession of the ball. 5:09 left to play when we come back into action. I feel like they were right. The ball's going to be with the Yellowjackets. I'm wondering why Joe was asking where the ball was going to be thrown in at me.
It's got to be right there.
Yeah, but it wouldn't matter on which side if it's our ball because we're going that way. So I'm just a little confused. I think it's going to be our ball coming out, but with all the conversation, we're kind of away from the action tonight up here, so having to make a couple guesses.
Oh, they were waiting for a towel. I thought the referees, I didn't know what the referees were talking to the Lakeside coach about. They got a wet spot over there where Dawson went to the floor, so got to get that mopped up.
5 minutes left to play, 9-point lead. Things we want to keep from happening. Obviously, we don't want to let Jansky get hot again.
Right.
He's been kind of quiet in the second half.
He's been real quiet ever since he went down over there. So whatever it was, kind of slowed him down just a little bit. We've got 3 timeouts left.
We still have 3?
Yeah, so.
Right, great. Their 14 and 11 have been kind of been the shooters in the second half. We want to make sure we get those long rebounds. Ball comes in to Gatlin. He's going to bring the ball up the court this time, acting as the point guard. Gives it to Wilson Reed, and they're going to start their offense from the logo. Wilson's looking for a way in, gets a little brush screen.
And another and one. That is just those two working together. And that time, that was low to low.
That was block to block. I don't know if Coach Scott's up for one of those Nike videos that they do from time to time where the coaches show their best stuff. But that would be one of the plays he'd have to show. What a great job. And then Dawson Griffin playing through the contact now 2 times in a row and one, and following it up with a free throw. Stretches the lead for the first time tonight to 12, 52-40, 4.5 minutes left to play in the game.
And what I've been real impressed with Jansky is that he's not really forced stuff. You know, sometimes when you're that guy, you tend to force things a little bit, and he hasn't.
No, he's been very patient, had the best defenders, oftentimes 2 defenders. That was Brock that made it to the rim, left that one a little bit short, so we're back in transition. Beckett Scott finds a way to the rim, finds his way all the way to the rim. That one kind of slips off his hand. Jansky with another board.
With that last rebound, I've got Dawson Griffin with his double-double.
I felt like it was coming. Hunter from the far side. That one goes down in transition. That's a 3-point basket. Cuts the lead back to single digits. 9-point lead for the Yellowjackets.
3:55 to go in the game.
Beckett Scott's going to start the offense, going to run it through. Lots of action here in the motion, lots of screens. This is the one they call chin. They're looking for a ball on the block. Going to change it up a little bit here. Wilson does what he needs to do to get his lane touch. Little heat check by Dawson Griffin. This time does not go in, so the ball's going to come back down to the Rams. We're going to run a second guy at the ball. Going to leave Brock wide open on the left wing. First offensive rebound in a while for the Rams. Cuts the lead back to 7. 52-45, 3:11 left to play. Beckett Scott's going to handle the ball. Both coaches with their hands on their hips, watching their guys do their thing. Brock peeks out to get the ball. That's Dawson Griffin going to handle it himself. Kicks it up back to Beckett Scott with 10 on the shot clock. Rams are going to wait and be patient and see what happens. Beckett Scott's going to have to shoot it off the back rim. Can we get an offensive board out of this? We cannot.
I tipped it a couple times, and turnover by Lakeside.
That's going to hurt right there.
Yep.
Coach Lamb from Lakeside just slammed his foot through the floor, rightfully so. They did all the work, got the rebound, and then threw it out of bounds.
And then threw a really bad pass over there.
52-45 remains the score, 2:35 left to play. Looks like we're going to throw it in the backcourt.
What are we waiting on?
Going to throw it into the backcourt, going to use up the 10 maybe a little bit, going to take our time. Again, that's just basketball IQ. Ball comes in. You got Dawson Griffin handling it at the top. He's just going to put it on his hip and wait until somebody comes out to get him. Swing pass, back up top. Dawson Griffin kind of playing that point forward right now. Back in the hands now of Beckett Scott, who finds Wilson Reed. Wilson with a kick to Dawson Griffin. Turnover.
Kind of behind Dawson just a little bit, even for his long arms.
Yep. Ends up in the hands of Jansky. Jansky gets to the 15-foot line. Misses. Offensive board. They're going to call foul number 4. Kind of got twisted in arm to arm. They're going to call foul number 4 on Lane Bickford.
And that's the first time you've really seen Jansky assert himself here in the fourth quarter.
Ball's going to come back into Jansky. New shot clock because of the foul. Brock in the corner, decides to swing it all the way around to Hunter. Jansky's on his way that direction. Beckett Scott does a great job cutting off that baseline that time. Again, great defense here by Wilson Reed, keeping Brock out of the lane. Hunter short on the rim.
Another offensive rebound.
Another offensive rebound marked to this time to Jansky. Foul on the Yellow Jackets.
So what's happened with Herndon making a couple shots up there? What that's done is Dawson is now having to come all the way to the top of the key to be out there with him. And so we haven't seen the rebounding underneath the way it was earlier in the game because Dawson has to stay out there with him. It's taking him out of the lane, taking him out of position to get those rebounds.
Again, they get a new shot clock. Ball's moving around the top. Swing man. Herndon gets it over to Hunter. Hunter back up top to Jansky. Jansky again is going to assert himself and go all the way to the rim. Dawson Griffin said, "Not in my house," even though we're in your house. Beckett Scott's decided to go, no, smart play, pulls it out, and Brock decides to make the foul there.
So 1:16 to go, 7-point lead by the Yellow Jackets. Probably not a bad foul by Brock. You got to at some point you're gonna have to get it to 5, right? So you got when you need the free throw, when you need to stop the clock and try to get the ball back.
We got a push in the back, so that's going to be another foul on the Rams. I'm kind of looking. Fans are starting to kind of make their ways to the exit. Looks like they might believe that this game's over.
In a 7-point game with 1:14 to go, that's a long time.
I feel like that too, but I've seen some of the student section roll out. I'm watching all of the main bleachers roll out. I've even seen a couple of administrators start sliding to the doors. So Lakeside's fans think that we have it. I wish I was that confident. I needed 1 or 2 more buckets.
They're kind of like Razorback football fans, right? Head for the exits early, and I don't get it. Of course, I'm like you. I'd like to have a few more buckets right now, and if I were the one down 7, I'm trying to figure out a way to score 7 points in 1:15. I'm imploring my guys to get stops and go down and get some buckets. And when you have a shooter like Axel Jansky,
I don't understand it. I think in that huddle, one of the things I would have said is go for the steal when you're fouling. You might get one without having to have the foul.
That's right.
Right now, they're just kind of going for the body. I'd go for the ball. All right. Yellow Jackets are going to come out late with Beckett Scott, Jace Gatlin, Wilson Reed, Lane Bickford, and Dawson Griffin. I'm not sure what this is going to look like other than I know we're going to try to get the ball into a back cut, yes, to Jace Gatlin.
Oh, and he got fouled. Yeah, he did.
Jace got knocked to the floor, going to be a foul, and he's going to get to shoot free throws. 1:12 left on the clock, 7-point lead. Great backdoor cut there by Jace. Got the ball up on the backboard quick. Now we're going to kind of do some offense for defense stuff, it looks like, and Ethan Anderton comes to the scorer's table.
Yeah, so Lane with 4 fouls. Does he come in for Lane?
He does.
Yep.
And Ethan's going to take that spot. He's probably also going to get the task like he usually does of guarding the best offensive player. So he's probably going to get the Jansky call this time.
I'm kind of surprised right now that Beckett's not in and he's not out there with Jansky.
Jace Gatlin calmly walks to the line and makes both free throws, stretches the lead to 9 with 1:12 left to play. Beckett Scott's going to stay with Jansky. That's going to put Ethan Anderton with the swing man, Herndon. Another tip by the Yellow Jackets. Tipped and touch balls all night long. We're going to look. Jansky wants it in the post. Not sure what we got there, ladies and gentlemen.
I think
they're going to call a hold on Beckett Scott.
He called that foul, and Axel and Beckett both had the same look on their face, like, huh?
Okay, Jansky to bring the ball in. Finds his way into Herndon. Herndon quickly to Brock on the wing. Jansky's going to try to go baseline. Doesn't get the baseline because it's cut off by Beckett Scott. Another tip touch ball. Gatlin does a great job contesting. Finds its way to the backside. Bucket for Lakeside.
That should be their last timeout.
48 seconds on the clock.
Another offensive rebound.
Yep, on that backside. just got confirmation the Lakeside Rams are out of timeouts. Looks like they're bringing their defensive guy in the game. That's Ross. Yellowjackets will have it on the baseline. You've got to expect pressure coming out of this timeout. Want to have your best free throw shooters on the court and try to get the ball in their hands so that the free throws are more likely to be made. As always, great game plan tonight. The couple times that Jansky got hot, Coach Scott ran a second defender at him to get the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, run the ball out of his hands and then cover him back up. High pressure on him all night. Like I said, he got hot a couple times. I don't know how many points he's got. He got pretty warm there in the first half. But again, ever since he fell down over there on the far side, he's been a little different. So.
54-47, as we expected, full court pressure. Looks like a man full court press. Ross is on the front of that from Lakeside. We can move, so that's good. What we got here? Maybe an inadvertent whistle.
He can run the baseline.
Why can't he? That was a made basket. Oh, you can't drop it on the floor? I'm not sure what we got there. We've had this a couple times this year. I don't know if it's a rule change or if it's just something we're seeing more often. Maybe the ball can't hit the floor. Maybe that's when he moved.
What do you mean can't hit the floor?
Out of bounds. He dribbled it one time as he moved to his new
Oh,
spot.
out of bounds he did?
Yeah, and so maybe you can't dribble it out of bounds. Maybe that's not okay. Jansky pulls the three. Rebound is in the hands of Herndon. Hunter for the three.
Short.
Jace Gatlin with the rebound. Lock it up. Very smart. Beckett Scott's going to try to get all the way through. They grab him late. So we dodge a bullet there on the inbounds snafu. They miss 2 threes, and we get the ball. Beckett Scott's going to go to the free throw line up 7. 54-47, 27.7 seconds left to play. I feel a little bit better now.
I feel okay right now. If any of the Lakeside people want to go ahead and go home, they got my permission now.
55-47, Beckett Scott is going to make both free throws. 9-point lead, 26 seconds. Jansky with the ball, looking for a couple more looks. Brock's going to look and see if he can find one. He doesn't. Gets the ball in the corner to Hunter. Bounces it on the baseline to make sure everybody knows. Gatlin gets another tip and touch and then accidentally fouls Hunter. Looks like Hunter is probably going to end up going to the free throw line. No, that's only the 4th foul on the Yellowjackets in the 4th quarter. 14 seconds left to play. This time the tip's by Anderton.
Look at him still hustling.
I love it. This is good stuff.
What great effort by Ethan Anderson.
Yep. 11 Hunter. Beckett Scott with the board. He's going to handle it. They're going to shut it down with 2 seconds left to play. They decide to count that bucket by Jace Gatlin. That's going to be an 11-point win for the Yellowjackets, 58-47.
Which is big.
That bucket.
That bucket's actually big.
I agree.
Gives us our 10 points. And so normally at the buzzer like that, you're thinking, hey, just pull it out, you got the win. But that's a big bucket.
100%. 11-point win for the Yellowjackets, 58-47 in a tough place to play tonight. Held Jansky in the second half. Great basketball game. The game plan worked to perfection. Love the big stuff tonight between Bickford and Griffin. Guards handled the ball, very few turnovers tonight. Kind of cleaned that up a little bit after the El Dorado turnover fest. And get to go home tonight with a dub. It always makes dinner a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, so Dawson Griffin, your leading scorer with 18. Beckett Scott with 14. Jace Gatlin with 13. So that's 3 dudes with 10 or more. Lane Bickford had 8. And then Ethan Anderton had 3. Wilson Reed had 2. Rebounding, again, Dawson Griffin had the double-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds. Beckett, 14 points, 8 rebounds. DJ had 3 rebounds all in the first half. Jace comes out with the 13 and 5. So he had 5 rebounds. So Wilson had 2 rebounds. Ethan had 2 rebounds. So great effort tonight. We saw, we talk about it just about every game. We saw tonight in the boys and girls games both. If you give up offensive rebounds, it turns into points for the other team, and that's what happened tonight. When Lakeside went on those runs, they got a few offensive rebounds that kind of hurt us, right? And there at the end of the game, they just didn't convert them. So great night by the bigs. Beckett and Jace, unsung, not a lot of stats on the board, but freshman Wilson Reed comes in, handles the ball, handles the pressure, plays good defense, and 5-0 in conference.
That's right, and I'm going to finish it up here. We talked a little bit when you gave out the stats. I just want to overall give the team a game ball. The defensive plan tonight and how they executed that plan was fantastic. We talked about it all night long. Probably got tired of us hearing about it, but tips and touches, Jace Gatlin, Beckett Scott, Ethan Anderton, those guys were always in the ball handlers in their space, and then the bigs down low protecting the rim. So overall, great job defensively, and a big win. Again, 5-0 in league play is a big deal.
And listen, less than a minute to go, up 9, and Ethan Anderton is still diving all over the floor for loose balls. How big is that? That's what this team is. That's the energy that this team brings. They've bought into what Coach Scott wants, and I mean it shows right there on that example right there. Less than a minute to go, up 9 points, and Ethan Anderton is diving all over the floor, hustling to try to get that ball.
Friday night, Whitehall.
Jacket ball night. Should be an exciting night. I don't really know what Whitehall's got. I'll try to watch a little film the rest of this week and see how they are. And big night at Yellowjacket Arena. I know it's been a long time since we've gone 6-0 to start conference. So need everybody to be there. We need everybody there to be there early. Get there for the girls' game. Blue Crew, if you're listening, get there for the girls' game. Bring the energy. It's Whitehall. We want to have an undefeated night against Whitehall. We always want that. So let's bring some energy Friday night. Girls get back on track. Boys continue their roll and keep on rolling.
All right, they're going to turn the lights out on, so we got to get out of here.
So thank you to our sponsors again. We will be back with you next Tuesday at Benton. And thank you for joining us on the Yellowjacket Network.
All right, good night.